Okay. Are we live? We are live. Excellent. That preview came up in 2 seconds this time. It's getting better. I don't expect that to be a trend that continues. So, welcome back to Salvation Remake, Part 2. We got into a bit of Act 2 last time. We actually got through all of Act 1. And this time we are getting into a little bit of Act 2. Also, I noticed we're at 1110 for subscribers on the channel at least. So, shout out for that. Thank you all for that. So I appreciate it. The slow and steady growth of the channel. I love to see it. Burnout, Omega, how are you guys doing tonight? I'm actually quite fascinated to see where this remake goes with things going forward. Because it has quite the dichotomy going on with it, where the production value on it, the presentation is really good. The production value is really good. But then the story and stuff, it's got problems. It's a little hard to follow at times, and it's not always logically consistent. Was my takeaway from part 1. I don't know what the rest of the story is like. I haven't played it yet. I haven't watched it. So, yeah. And Burnout, I'm glad to hear you're having a good day. I had what I have dubbed as kind of a sideways day at work. Because we didn't do things backwards per se, but we did things out of order. Also, how's it going, Cerberus? And Omega, you're playing Pokemon Shield? You'll have to tell me what you think of Gen 8. Because I know it was a controversial gen for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, I think what Gen 8 did, getting rid of a lot of moves that nobody uses for the sake of just, clearing up cleaning up the moves. Although there were some moves I think they shouldn't have gotten rid of. But they make sense, because it's how do you program them with Dynamax and shit? So yeah. So Cerberus, how are you doing? So let's send out links. I would rather not talk about the football game that happened on Saturday between my boys and Cincinnati. I don't know how the fuck you throw away a winning position like that, like we did. I saw that. You won a Switch copy of Spin Rhythm. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. As much as you play that game, I think that's very fitting that you would win that. That's awesome. At least my hockey team won on Saturday, so I at least had that to carry me through the day. The other thing I did over the weekend is I finished the expansion for Scarlet and Violet. I finished part 2 of the DLC, the Indigo Disc, and the Indigo Disc ended up not quite being what I thought it was in the literal sense of what the Indigo Disc actually was. And I have mixed feelings about it. I feel like the big focal point of the expansion was very much the big dome where they have the artificial environments and stuff. So, it focuses on that and a lot of things, the things that you can do there. And I mean, I like all the new mons they added back and stuff. But it's like some of the other stuff that they do with the expansion, I don't know, just they didn't grab me quite as much. Oh, Koneko has sent me things. Yes, I see that. I was gonna say I'm sending out links and I just saw a ping. I'm like, who goes there? You know? You know? I was like, who is that? Give me 1 second and we will have a look at those. So how was your weekend, Koneko? I don't know. You're on Christmas break, so you've been sleeping and spending time with my girlfriends. One of them is with me right now. Oh well, hello there, Koneko's girlfriend. I'm pretty excited because we got all these mods that have been coming out that I want to check out, including what I've been waiting for over 2.5 years called Hibernation. Like they were insisting I wait until like a full release to cover the demo they just released, but I'm like, you realize how long I've been waiting for this day, right? Like I have been in the Hibernation server for over 2.5 years, waiting for this day, and I'm like, oh my god, it's finally here. Like I started to wonder if it would ever happen, and now that it's here, it's like you're gonna tell me to wait for a full version? No, 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 no. Like I ain't waiting no more. So yeah, I gotta figure out when to fit that mod in. And then there's the mods that I've bookmarked that are from the DDMC that I saw had posts recently. So there's that too. Yeah, there's Let This Dream Be Forever. There's Heartstruck. There's Interactive, which I played on the server. There's Salvation Remake. There's Downpour. There's Monochrome. There's whatever this one is. The Rising Knight, Chapter 2. That's right. Dude, like I'm telling you, there is so much stuff I have to get to. There is so much stuff, dude. I might just dedicate next week to just nothing but DDLC mods leading up to Christmas to try to get caught up on some of these. Let me know what you guys think about that. Well, as much as I can, anyway. Alright, now let's look at what Koneko sent us. Oh, I also see we have Asano Manika in chat. Hello there. Check out your new window. Super Spin Digital, Spinnerthen's parent company, launched their merch store as well. Oh, they have a merch store. Awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Let's start Operation Save the Dokis. I bet, yeah. Let's see. We want Neko. Sent me some silly things. Kind of reminds me of like a chaos creature from Sonic Adventure. And then we have Alice here. More OCs. And yes, you have shown me Lexi before. A couple of times, actually. And then Burnout is also sending me stuff. It's a slime girl. Ah. I had a hunch. And then that's Alice. Her voice reflects that of royalty. Had you looked closer, you would have realized that death is inevitable. Ooh. Yeah, I'd have to agree. And then Burnout is also sending us things. Yeah, must be nice. Burnout doesn't know what to do with his YouTube channel. Well, that's your channel. I can't tell you what you should do with it because that's a very personal decision, my guy. I mean, your channel is your channel, and you should do what you want to do with it. You know, I play games on my channel because that's what I love to do. And I like doing playthroughs. I like that, old Let's Play, just raw, like, recording style, where they just record the whole thing and then post it with maybe some light editing. And ever since people told me a few years back that you're like, hey, your style sounds like it would be really great on a live stream, I'm like, okay, bet, let's give it a try. And I've just never looked back. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a very nice way to unwind after work, especially after days like today where we had stuff showing up as late as 8:30 at the store. So yeah, that's always fun. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn my fan on, and then we are gonna dive into Act 2 of Salvation Remake here. This mod is classified as very long according to Doki Mods, which is where you can download this mod from right now if you want. Like, as of the recording of this video, there was a re-upload of the mod, so you can find it again now, which is very nice. Like, I saw a Reddit post talking about that the other day. It's like, oh my god, it's back. Which is why I held off on just uploading it myself, because I wanted to wait to see if something like that would happen. So yeah, if you want to play it yourself, now you can. Anywho, I'm gonna set up my fan now. Be back in a minute. Alright, there we go. Max speed. Gotta have the fan. Even though it's about a week from Christmas. Well, you named your Sobble Finn, so you went with Sobble. I went with Score Bunny. I like the bunny. That's right. We ended off last time. Yeah, we ended off with Monica ruminating in the club room after everyone left, and then just simply asking us to help her. You named your Sobble Finn, so I named my Finn Sobble. You must be like just starting out, so very cool. Oh man, I should have washed my face before the stream. I'm really itchy. Do my best to ignore it, but it's gonna be a bother. Groan as I sluggishly move my arm over to shut my alarm off. But yeah, I want to know how to help this Mani. Even if actual Mani up here is rolling her eyes. I stayed up pretty late last night, though it wasn't because I was up playing games or anything. Aloha, Zach! Do you come to us from Hawaii? Okay, well that's technically a lie. I stayed over at Sayori's a lot later than usual because her mother was working late. Ah, that's right. Yeah, this is like after the incident, and I think after she got released from the hospital. So it's like, now we're dealing with the aftermath. We worked on assignments together and then decided to relax with some party game she had. Oh, tell me, what kind of party game? Uno? Monopoly? Cards Against Humanity? Jackbox? What kind of party game? I always kept reassuring her that I'd be fine and not too tired, but this is probably going to be hard to keep up. Yeah, I can only do this for so long. Also, I just realized somebody pinged me before we got started in the mod here on Discord. Uneko, was that you again? Nope, it was Burnout. Uno? 10,000? It's a standpoint of war? Uno is not a party game. Ah, you got a Dottler and the Audit, and an Onyx. Cool. Hey, how's it going, Onyx? Yes, Uno is in fact all of those things, Koneko. That's why I want to play it on the server at some point. So yeah, someday I need to find out how many of you all have Uno on Steam, because I want to play a game of Uno in the server. Because if Monica has taught me anything with the Uno equivalent in Moss, yeah, even it will turn everyone into the most bitter of rivals. I don't plan on doing one, but yeah, I want to do that on the server someday. Just do a big like Uno stream, because that just like a big Uno VC night, because that sounds fun. That sounds like fun. That will be chaotic and more so. That's the point. My eyes already seem to be closing themselves as my mind wanders. That was me halfway through the workday today. Just the slow-paced Christmas music combined with, you know, being stuffed with food. I'm like, no, put me to sleep. Maybe for Christmas Eve. Assuming there isn't a holiday special mod that I'm going to be playing. I don't know. You tell me. Sarah's mom usually leaves early in the morning, so there's a short time where she's by herself. It's hard to try and trust Sayori will be okay in such a short amount of time, which feels so messed up to think, but can't really help it. Even thinking about that night sends chills up my spine. And understandably so, yeah, that night was fucked. I know, Zach. I shake my head. In any case, I'm sure she's still sleeping. No sleep for the wicked. She's been getting a tad better at waking up at the right time, but these past few days I still have to go and wake her up. Not that I mind, of course. Making sure she's okay is my #1 priority. In case you don't know what the plot is of Doki Doki Salvation, basically the idea is, what if we saved Sayori the night that, she commits neck rope in the base game? That's basically the plot of the game. That's basically the plot of the mod. So yeah, this mod is kind of about the aftermath and, you know, how it affects everybody. And this is a remake of the original. Indeed, Zach. As a retail man, I know all about that, Zach. Huh? To my surprise, Sarah's already outside, just beyond my front porch. Good morning, Ben. Did I surprise you? A little bit. Yeah, you did, actually. With how late we stayed up last night, I'm surprised you're up as early as I am. I'm just excited for today's poem presentation. I made sure it was really good this time. Poem? Oh god! I didn't write a poem! I completely forgot! Ben, you said you'd work on it after you went home. Did I say that? Whoops. Oh, it's no big deal. I'll talk to Monica and shit. Are you forgetting who you're talking to, Ben? God damn it! Oh, don't tell me you're serious. I am the vice president of the club. You should remember to take it more seriously. You should remember how late we bloody stayed up last night. You really expected me to go home and write a poem after how late I went home? Come on now. Sayori tries her hardest to sound tough and intimidating, but, comma, after intimidating. If I'm being honest with myself, it only makes her cuter than she already is. She cracks a smile. Oh god, are you serious? I knew you weren't being serious. I am being serious! I'll have to punish you for this. Ooh, what are you going to do? Take away my video games? I've never heard that comparison before, Zach. Isabella from Phineas and Ferb? I've never heard that comparison for Sayori before. Yeah, maybe. I didn't think that far ahead yet. And that's what makes you Sayori. Sayori, you're adorable. All the head pats for Sayori. Now we should probably head out before we're late. I gently brush my hand through her hair and throw my backpack over my shoulder. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. We've only just started catching up. Ah well, she doesn't seem to mind either way. By the way, did you take your pills this morning? Yep, can't forget those! Ah, good to hear. As we reach the main entrance, Sarah suddenly jolts a little and reaches into her bag to pull out her cell phone. What is it? What did you find? Sayori. What is it? What's up, Sayori? My therapist just messaged me. Oh? About what? She says she won't be able to make the session later today, so she pushed it up to the same time as the club meeting. Oh, I'm sure it'll be okay, Sayori. Oh, you got an Astro set, huh? Nice. Well, I'm glad you did. That means maybe we can. That means we should be able to get back to Blue Skies this week, yeah? I can let Monica know to hold off on the phone presentations. Plus, it gives me more time to work on my own. You'd do that for me? Of course! Don't worry about a thing, Sayori. Besides, this session would be much better for you anyway. Well, if you think so, then I guess it's okay. They'll understand, Sayori. They'll understand. Oh, you mean my other window? Monica rolls her eyes. Nice. Nice, Zach. I'm just a little worried about Monica. What if Yuri and Natsuki fight again? That might be too much for her to handle alone. I'm sure it'll be fine. A moment like that won't happen again, I'm sure. Epic foreshadowing! Like I said, don't worry. I'm sure she can handle things just fine. Again, epic foreshadowing! Alright. Looking forward to it, Zach. Especially now that we're in Act 2. Alright, Ben. Thanks for looking out for me. Anytime, Sayori. What else are we friends for? Right. Friends. I nearly smacked myself in the face right in front of her. Oh, come on, just do it. Come on, do it. It really didn't occur to me how a harmless statement like that could completely make or break your day. I really do suck at this stuff. Well, you're trying your best, and that's what matters, right? Before I have a chance to say anything, Sarah grabs my arm. I'm serious about your poem, though. You got lucky. Alright. Won't happen again, boss. Glad to hear it then. Acknowledging a problem is the first step to solving it. Come on, it isn't that deep. Whatever puts a smile on your face. It does. Now let's head to class. I let out a sigh before entering the club room. Classes proceed as usual, I presume? Without Sayori here, I wonder if I should have bothered coming at all. Well, yeah, you might as well. You know, that way you can be back up to Monica in case shit does hit the fan and she's not able to handle the situation. The poem presentations are canceled for today anyway, so what else should I be doing here? Reading? Writing something? Come on now, there's plenty of options. Sayori did ask for me to spend more time with the others, which in all honesty is kind of a strange request. Surely she understands why that's hard to do. That hard is unnecessarily capitalized. Is that coming out soon? Or has it been out and I just haven't been paying attention? I sneak a peek through the window. Wrong peek. That's another one I've been noticing crop up a lot lately. Not yet. Episode 1 almost done. I'm excited. Natsuki and Yuri are both standing near the front of the room, having a conversation between themselves. Yeah, easier said than done, Sayori. Plus, if I talk to one of them, wouldn't the other feel left out? And there goes his phone. I hear my phone vibrate and take it out of my pocket. Jeez. Guess I don't really have a choice then, do I? Speaking of the others, though, I wonder where Monica is. Before heading in, I overhear some of their conversation. It's kinda awkward sometimes, you know? Like, I don't mean to be a bad person or anything. You're not. It's okay. Even I myself don't know how to deal with the feelings. I slide the club room doors open and let myself in. Hey guys, how's it going? I nervously scratch my head. Spoken and acted like a true anime protagonist. Sup, Ben? Good afternoon. Is Sierra going to be absent today? Oh, you didn't know? I would have assumed Monica mentioned it. Poem presentations are postponed as a result. Aw, what? That sucks. I was hoping to show you guys how much I've improved. Same here. Oh, and Monica? Late as usual, I guess. She hasn't texted us anything. Ah, well, she responded earlier. She told me that she'd let you all know, and that was about it. I'm assuming that meant whenever she got to the club room, so... Yeah, lack of communication on Monica's part. What a shock. Alright, so what's the plan then? What? Me? What do you expect me to do? Well, Sayori's the vice. Surely she would relay some sort of plan to you or something. Natsuki, Sayori can barely make plans for her own breakfast. My boy! My boy! Chill! God damn, that was a pretty damn good roast. You don't expect her to make actual plans for the club, do you? Ouch! Oh, man. Rip Sayori. God damn. Yeah, I guess you have a point. Unnecessary capitalization. Alright, it's whatever. I'm gonna go read over there for now. Just call me when you need me. I'm not the one in charge, but okay. Sure, Natsuki. Natsuki walks off to her usual reading spot, leaving you with Yuri, looking as timid as ever. If it's any consolation, I don't think it's bad that you didn't have any backup plans for us. He wasn't expected to. That would be terrifying if Monica was fused with GLaDOS. You're over here smiling about that, Monty, but I don't think you realize how terrifying of a fusion that would be. I don't want to think about that. Monica putting me through endless portal tests because she says she loves me. That's kind of scary. Don't think I don't see you rolling your eyes about that. Maybe you would find it amusing, but it would not be amusing to me. Oh, one of the... Yeah, I added a little static effect from one of the mods that I played. Trimmed it down and used it to bring back the money cam. I think it's pretty neat. You're gonna help her to do that so you can't stop me? Alright, let me know when you have that portal mod ready. I'm looking forward to it. And I surely don't expect Zero to have any plans for us either. It's not her responsibility. It's Monica's. Yeah, but it's alright though. I can understand why Natsuki would be a little annoyed by that. And just being honest, I didn't even know if it was worth showing up today considering the poem presentations were cancelled. Woohoo! Oh, it's a good thing you still did. Otherwise, I would have been stuck here with Natsuki. Damn, do you two really not get along? Not that that's a bad thing. Of course, I quite enjoy talking with her sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. I glance over to Natsuki's reading spot. She doesn't seem to have noticed her name being mentioned. I'm somewhat relieved about that. Yeah, I understand. No need to explain yourself. Suddenly, the clubroom door slides open fiercely. Sorry I'm late, everyone. I got caught up with a few things. Late is an understatement. Uh-oh, here we go. You didn't even let us know Sarah wasn't going to be here, nor did you tell us that the poem presentations would be cancelled. Sorry, Natsuki. It's tough managing all this stuff sometimes, you know? You don't think that maybe you should take a little break? I mean, you look pretty tired. Me? Tired? Not a chance. Oh, come on, Monica. Don't give me that. I see the bags under your eyes. Come on. Come on. I know you need to sleep. You know you need to sleep. So come on. Just do it. Just do it. Just go. Go get some shut-eye. I command you. This isn't anything I'm not used to. It's just a busy week. Although I could use a nice relaxing club session today, so I guess it works out that we won't have to present poems. Yeah, I could use that today too, now that I think about it. Same for me as well. I enjoy getting to know Ben a little more. Do you mean I'll enjoy? Monica's eyes seem to glint. Don't try and steal Ben away from Sayori now. Monica? Now that was a good one. Monica and Natsuki walk off towards the front of the club room, leaving me with a very reddened Yuri. Yuri? It's alright. It's just a joke. Yeah, she didn't see it that way. You don't actually believe I'd do that to her, do you? What? Of course not! Come on, I wasn't born yesterday. Honestly, that joke wasn't very funny. I don't really get why being close friends with you is weird, since I'm friends with them too, aren't I? Close friends? You consider us close? Probably jumped the gun there, but I'd like to be your friend. A close friend would be even better. I'm sorry, would you excuse me for a moment? What? Wait! Without stopping, Yuri hurries out of the club without a second thought. God damn it, here we go again. Omega, hold on a second. Because I think I may have actually played that mod at some point. Yeah, Doki Doki Storm 1.3. Looks like I played it earlier this year. There's a persistent from... June 10th. That doesn't seem right, though. It's probably just a collection of mods that share the same save location. So, yeah, that's probably what it is. Either that, or it was when I first moved everything over to my new computer. One or the other. One or the other. Yeah, it's probably from when I moved it over to my new computer. That's probably what it is. Alright. You refuse to play mods like that? I don't remember a whole lot about Storm. So, what was that one about again? Hey, what did you say to her? What? Nothing! Natsuki's thumbs up to me and stands on her tiptoes, getting close to my face. What did you do, dummy? You made her run off again. No! I didn't say anything! You guys were the ones who made the joke. Me? I didn't have anything to do with that. Ah, fair enough, DeVault, fair enough. What's going on here? What are you two fighting about? Well, Yuri ran off again. Ben thinks it was because of the joke you made. I nod my head in agreement, hopefully to take more of the blame off of me. Selfish move. She always does this, doesn't she? Monica whispers, but just loud enough for both Natsuki and I to hear it. Yeah, she does. Not that I'm worried or anything. I just wish I knew exactly what it was about. Wait, you don't think this is about long bathroom breaks? No, you big dummy. You don't think I would have figured that out by now? I don't know what it really is, though. Honestly, I think she just gets bored with the club. She's always acting so high and mighty around me. Well, have you two gone to look for her? You both seem to agree that this isn't the first time this has happened. Well, of course... well, I don't really think that it's necessary. I already talked to her about it yesterday. Surely she'll remember what I told her. You look nervous, Monica. DeVault, that's what people told me. But then we got through Act 1 in a single stream. As I was saying... No, I haven't gone to check on her. I don't want to seem like a creep or anything. But aren't you two friends? Why don't we all just go look for her together? That doesn't sound any better. Imagine if you were just minding your own business and suddenly an entire group shows up to ask what you're up to. Yeah, good point. Look, in the end, it's Yuri's personal business anyway. I just wish she'd explain herself before running off like that. I take a moment to gather my thoughts. Natsuki won't go look for her because she doesn't feel like interfering with Yuri's personal stuff. And Monica is wholly convinced that it's a bathroom thing. She did talk to her yesterday, after all. So neither of you want to go look for her. They both shake their heads. Well, would it make you feel any better if I went to go look for her? And what are you going to do? Knock on the bathroom door and ask how's it going in there? Well, not exactly. You put it like that, it sounds stupid. Jeez, you never think these things through, do you? Hey, I'm just spitballing here. Need I remind you what happened in the closet that one time? Also, that is just Monica hand. Monica snickers to herself. Point taken. Look, just go knock on the door, and if nobody answers, come back. Sound easy enough? Ugh. Sure, I'll do that then. And off we go. I think Omega was just curious. I'll walk out into the now empty hallway. I overhear Monica asking Natsuki for more context on the closet incident, and I can't help but sigh in embarrassment. Either way, it doesn't matter now. I've got other priorities. I kind of expected other students or teachers to be around, but it seems a little emptier than usual. A little more emptier. Just cut more from that sentence. Strange. I walk over to the women's bathroom and knock on the door a few times. No answer. Hello, janitor. I gotta file a report here. Though I don't think Yuri would be the type to call out that she's in the bathroom. Yuri, it's Ben. You doing alright? I pray and hope to God nobody else besides Yuri is in there. No response. If she's not in the restroom, then where else would she be? I walk back towards the clubroom and glance in through the window. Monica and Natsuki seem to be distracted. I duck under the windows and keep walking down the hallway towards another classroom. She couldn't have gone far. It's quite a walk to get from here to the library. But if Natsuki's theory is correct, maybe that's where she goes if she gets bored. Yuri never came across as the type to just ditch people like that, so maybe that's just how Natsuki sees her. As I continue walking, I see a door slightly open. I gently push it open, and... oh god. Yeah! Hello! Man, no! Yuri's holding a blade in her right hand, and her left arm is full of fresh cuts. She scrambles to hide the knife in her blazer before closing her eyes and running past me. Welp. Never gonna unsee that. Just turn around and leave the room. Just be like... Yep, just pretend you never saw anything, right? What the hell? Can only stare into the now empty classroom in shock. It's like, oh no! Anyway... Drops of blood are on the floor and on the desk she was standing next to. I never would have imagined that this is what she was running off to go do. Should I go tell Monica? Natsuki? What do I do? I'm not qualified to handle something like this at all. No, but yet here you are, as the one who knows. I turn around and walk into the hallway. Now I'm extremely conflicted. I either go and find where Yuri went, or return to the club room and act as if nothing happened. I mean, depending on which direction Yuri ran, there's gonna be a blood trail. So, yeah, there's that. Or... should I tell them? All of these seem like horrible ideas. But I'm not equipped to handle something like... Ben! Where are you? Shit. I walk out of the classroom and see Natsuki down the hallway, already heading towards the restroom. Hey, over here. I try my best to act natural, but probably only makes my behavior seem more erratic. No luck, huh? I assume you tried the bathroom then? Yeah, no response from her. Decided to check this room, too. Man, maybe she just went over to the library then. She just booked it. Wouldn't you agree? Not funny. Well, Berna, I just hope you're doing okay now. I just hope you're doing a lot better. Because... Yeah, that kind of thing is no joke. I hope you were able to get some help when you needed it. Or if you still need help, don't be afraid to reach out, man. Sure, Ben. The joke was so bad it's not even worth acknowledging, and yet here you are acknowledging it. Right? Right. Natsuki gives me a confused stare before turning around. Well, if she's not concerned about us, we won't be concerned about her. Easy. You coming back? Oh, yeah, I just have to use the little boy's room. Little boy's room? What the hell am I saying? God, you're so weird. Even weirder than usual. Just hurry back, idiot. Natsuki walks back down the hallway and enters the club room. I head back towards the restroom and pretend to enter the men's room. Once the coast is clear, I walk to the girls' restroom and place my ear against the door. They're faint, but I'm hearing very light sobs coming from the other side. God, this is really hard. What do I do? I really don't want her to hurt herself, though. If I don't do something... I gently knock on the door. Yuri? You okay? Silence. Which is about what I expected, to be fair. So now I have two choices. Enter the bathroom and risk embarrassing her even more? Or return to the club? Fuck it. Yuri? I'm coming in, okay? As I slowly open the door, a metallic clang echoes throughout the bathroom. Yuri is down on her knees, a bloody knife laying in front of her. Oof. This one's new. I don't recall this being in the original Salvation. Jesus. Her entire body is shivering violently. Her left arm is completely exposed and dripping with blood. Each cut looks as if it just happened mere seconds ago, which is probably the case. Just cut that like. Seeing Yuri like this is... God... Help me. Can't feel my body. I look up to see Yuri's face covered in tears, while her entire body exudes a sense of intense stiffness. Yuri? Toenail. Happy. Neat name. How are you doing? That's all I can say. Her eyes open up to meet my gaze. Her eyes opening up to meet my gaze leaves me completely speechless. We stare at each other like this for a while. I slowly start walking towards her. Stop! Stay away from me! I do as she says, mostly out of fear. I feel powerless in this situation. It's probably a mistake to even come here in the first place. I bet you think I'm a freak now. Don't you? It's not my fault. I swear. I just can't help it. It's the only way I know how to feel better. Yuri closes her eyes and continues to shiver intensely. She begins to whisper to herself, I don't want to die. Make it stop. Against my better judgment, I walk over and kneel down next to Yuri at eye level. I close my eyes and hold my breath. Place my hand on her shoulder. Her eyes jolt open and look directly at me. Ben. Yeah, it's me. It's just me. Sorry if me being in the girls' bathroom makes this a little strange. Yuri's body slowly stops shivering. She shakily moves her right hand to roll her sleeve back down. I really hoped nobody would ever see me like this. Yet, I always knew She chokes on upon her own words. I always knew that somebody would have found out. Why did it have to be you? I don't know. Maybe it was fate. Sorry, I didn't mean for it to come out like that. It's just, you've already got too many things to deal with. I feel awful that you had to see me like this. Am I the only one who knows about this? Make sure to keep my voice low and gentle. She only nods in response. I don't want anybody else to see the person I truly am. Natsuki will think I'm a freak. Monica will think I'm a freak. Everyone will think that about me. She won't want to talk to me anymore. Who, Natsuki? She nods. Not just Natsuki. You, Sayori, Monica, you're all the closest friends I've ever had. I don't want to lose any of you. That's not gonna happen. I already accept you for who you are. This won't change anything. Oh, excuse me. I guess that tiredness from earlier is coming back. You're still my friend. I'm sure Natsuki and the others would understand as well. Yuri stares at me, her tears glistening under the bathroom's lighting. I don't think you understand. I need help. I don't think I can stop on my own. This isn't something I'd like to keep doing to myself. I'm afraid of the things I do to myself, but I really can't help it. Since I was a little girl, I would be punished for doing the things I loved. You see, I never once got a chance to truly express myself. I was always afraid to do so. Because if my parents judge me for it, surely everyone else will too. In my parents' eyes, I wasn't the perfect girl they wanted me to be. Sounds like the kind of problem Monica usually has in mods that I see that focus on her family life. So, yeah. Yeah, that's fucked. That is absolutely fucked. Eventually, it got to a point where I didn't want to show myself to anybody. I always pushed people away because I'm ashamed of who I really am. That's why I ran away from you, even though I knew in my heart that it was futile. You've shared your love for horror inside the club. You always seemed so confident and relaxed whenever you talked about it. I feel comfortable around you guys. Oh, excuse me. Oh, good. The club in general. Monica made it a place where I felt I could finally reveal a part of my true self to others. You saw how truly awful I can be sometimes. What? What are you talking about? That fight with Natsuki? I really should not have gotten that angry. Doesn't make you an awful person, Yuri. It makes you normal. Normal? You still don't understand, Ben. I cut myself in order to feel relief. I cut myself to release all the built-up tension I have inside. I'm afraid people will leave me because nobody wants to deal with someone like me. And at the same time, that creates even more tension and anxiety that I can only solve by cutting. It's gotten to the point where any intense emotions would entice me to cut myself. Without doing so, I would probably break down. Whenever I feel too happy, too sad, too scared, too angry, Yuri's lips begin to quiver intensely. I just want to tear my arms apart. Yuri screams out and lets her sobs echo throughout the bathroom. My mind feels like it's running a mile a minute, yet not a single word comes to mind about any of this. You okay? What can I do to help? I'm here for you. None of these typical statements feel right anymore. Oh, excuse me, goodness. This doesn't feel right. What? I shouldn't be telling you any of this. I messed up, like I always do. I don't need your help. You can't help me. Surely you know that by now. But no matter what you do or say, Ben, I'm too far gone. I messed up by telling you. I already know what people are going to say. They'll just say I'm a freak, An attention-seeking girl who doesn't deserve a single lick of it. The only thing they'll get wrong is I don't want attention. I just want to be left alone. Yuri's body language along with her words tells me everything I need to know. This isn't just her telling me about her deepest secrets. She's telling this to herself. They're exactly the same words that she told herself plenty of times before. I can feel it. I know about a self-intuition. Excuse me. This is gonna help me save this situation. Really should get back to the club then. Natsuki and Monica are waiting for you. Tell them I'm quitting the literature club. No. No way. I'm not leaving you here like this. Yuri suddenly slams her injured arm against the wall, causing drops of blood to sputter out from her sleeve. Leave me alone, Ben! She starts crying softly, a clear indication she doesn't want to talk anymore. Her on the bathroom floor like this? Well, it's not even an option, Yuri. I don't know how to help you. You're right about that. But I do know that walking away from this is a bad idea. It would make me a bad friend. No, it wouldn't. It's what I want. It's not impossible for you to be wrong, either. Come on. Deep down inside, I know that you don't want to walk away from this. You told me yourself that you hate having to resort to that stuff to feel better. You don't understand, Ben. I can't be helped. Yes, you can. I know you can. Because I'm already witnessing it firsthand. What do you mean? Think back to the week where Sarah was away from school recovering. Well, Sarah told me something that I don't think I've thought much about until now. She told me, acknowledging a problem is the first step to solving that problem. Sure, the situations are different, and I might even be making a mistake by using this as an example, but I don't think she's wrong. No, she isn't wrong. She's still recovering. You and I both know she hasn't really gotten through this. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at handling this type of thing. Point is, I think you've already made a very important step towards improving yourself. Even if it doesn't feel like it, I guess. Look, I care. We all care about you. Me being here should be enough proof of that. I don't have some magical solution to any of this, but I can be here for you, as your friend. I guarantee the others would do the same. Yuri stays silent. Come on, Yuri. I'm not leaving this bathroom until you feel better. You don't hate me? No, of course not. It's very much the opposite. For all of this, you're still my friend. And even if I didn't accidentally walk in on you today, I'd still be more happy than happy to discuss different types of novels with you. Why? Why would you go so far for me? Because that's what friends do. Took the words right out of my mouth, boy. Took the words right out of my mouth. I smile lightly and offer my hand to her. She sniffles and shakily takes my hand. I help her up off the floor, only for her to stumble a bit. Yeah. Yeah, basically the way I would put this mod's writing, Zach, is that, like, the emotional tone is very good, but, like, the actual, like, plot feels a little inconsistent at times, I think is the way I would put it, Zach. I got you. You're alright now. Without thinking, I wrap my arms around her, hoping that this would add some more credibility to my words. I hear a light gasp, but she slowly raises her arms up to hug back. I still don't understand how any of this works. I've never had a friendship like this before. If this is what it feels like. She stays silent for a little while. You feeling alright now? Yeah. Then let's get back to the club. Sound okay? Not even gonna bandage up her arm? I let go of Yuri and let out a sigh, almost as if I'd been holding my breath this whole time. I think I'm going to head home for now. The club meeting is almost over anyway. Oh. Sure? She slowly nods and smiles. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. I think I have a good idea of what to write in my poem for tomorrow's meeting then. That's great to hear, Yuri. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to give me a call or shoot me a text. Alright. Yuri, still shaking slightly, wipes away her tears and pulls out her phone. I follow suit and open up my contacts. Surprised I've never added Yuri into my phone before now, but we weren't that close at first. We quickly exchanged phone numbers and put them away. So, guess we should get out of here. Huh? This looks kind of strange. Ah, yes, you're right. Let's leave. As I get ready to walk out, Yuri slowly bends down and picks up her blade. She carefully observes it before letting out a heavy sigh. She gracefully walks over to the bathroom sink and delicately washes it. It becomes obvious that this blade represents so much more to her than I would have guessed. But now it's not really my place to question it. She reaches into her blazer pocket and pulls out a leather sheath and gently puts her blade away. She lets out a sigh as she rolls her sleeve back up again, revealing a blood-stained arm that is bleeding profusely. I prepared myself to offer to help. She's already cleaning her wounds with so much care and proficiency, it's obvious now that she's been doing this for a while. I hear her wince softly in the silence of the bathroom, but she never looks back my way. She grabs a bundle of paper towels, wraps her arm up, and rolls her sleeve back down. I quickly turn away and head out the door, not before checking if anybody is around. Someone lashing out at me for being in the girls' bathroom is probably the last thing I need right now. I walk a short distance away from the bathroom as I wait for Yuri to come out. So, guess I'll be seeing you then. Unnecessary cap. Yuri only nods and smiles. What about your bags? Are you okay leaving them in the club? I'll message Monica to keep it safe for me until tomorrow. She usually doesn't question me too much. Alright then. You take care of yourself. I let out a sigh and place my face into my palms. Ugh, how do I keep finding myself in situations like these? I don't know, man. I walked back into the club room, trying my best to look as normal as possible. Well, about time! Hey, whatever happened to letting people do their thing, huh? Allow me to point out that taking long bathroom breaks is the entire reason why we're all concerned in the first place. So you can imagine that this feels like some form of betrayal. Okay, Monica, it wasn't that serious. Look, the point is, I got seriously bored in here just talking to Monica about school and whatnot. Gotta be honest with you, Prez. I thought you'd have plenty of more things to talk about that didn't involve school. School has just been really exhausting lately. You know how crazy things can get for me, you know? Yeah, alright, I guess that's fair. We should hang out some more then. Huh? Hang out, like, outside of school? Duh! What else do you think that means, dummy? Question mark. Monica's like, no. Right, yes, I would enjoy that. Monica appears utterly bewildered by Natsuki's offer. She's like, this is not normal. This is not normal. I can't really tell if it's because it's not really something Natsuki would do or something else entirely. Besides, I need a breath of fresh air. Speaking figuratively, of course. I'd like to hang out with someone who will actually listen to me for once. Huh? I thought you and Yuri already hung out with each other. Or are you talking about your other friends? Oh, well, yeah, but wait, what do you mean by other friends? You've never met them? Ah, right. I guess I assumed you had other friends or something. Well, I do, but... Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna head home now. Don't want to be late. Don't you want to wait for Yuri? See if she turns up? I'll give her a call when I get home. I can't really stick around much longer. Natsuki quickly throws her bag around her shoulder and swiftly exits the room. Well, that sure was interesting. Monika's demeanor suddenly changes. Interesting is one way to put it. I got a text message from Yuri just a few minutes ago, right before you returned. Is there anything you'd like to tell me, Ben? Shit! Natsuki and I figured that Yuri ended up going to the library instead of the club because she was bored. Okay, and do you know anything else? Not really? What's with all these questions, Monika? Because you're not the one who's being asked the questions. Are you accusing me of something? And why are you acting so defensive? Because you're being so accusatory. The truth is that I'm growing more and more concerned with Yuri's behavior. It's not really club material. Club material? What does that mean? That was never brought up when I first joined. Why is that being brought up now? What I meant is, if you're not going to bother showing up for most of the club meeting, then why bother being in it at all? As much as I hate to admit it, she's got a point. It's not really fair to any of the others. At the same time, they have no idea what's going on with her. Makes this so much worse that Yuri seemed pretty convinced that Monika wasn't going to ask too many questions. Well, why bring this up with me? You should talk to her about it. I'm asking you because you and Natsuki are the only ones that have really been talking with her these last few days. I was just wondering if you had any insight on the matter. It's my job to look out for my club members, you know? Right. Well, I hope things work out then. I'd rather not have her get kicked out of the club or whatever the consequences of not being club material are. It means a lot to her. Trust me. I will be sure to have a talk with her then. Take care, Ben. Say hi to Siri for me when you see her. I smile and nod and gather my things. Yep, it's just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Do you need help with anything before I head out? Oh, no, I'm good. Thanks for asking, though. You've really improved in your proactiveness, Ben. You know, always wanting to help and make sure everything's going well. You've come a long way since the first time you stepped in through those doors. Sayori would be proud. Oh. Thanks, I guess. Speaking of Sayori, though, she seemed pretty worried about you not being able to handle the club by yourself today. I told her not to worry and have a little faith in you. Seems I was right. Oh, she really said that? Well, I'm glad she thinks so. I'm a bit of a workaholic, I guess. Yeah, clearly. Okay, then. Well, have a good afternoon. You too. As I make my way back home, I see a familiar face sitting on my doorstep. Surprise! I waited for you here. Hopefully that isn't weird or anything. Sayori's bruise is completely bare and out in the open, which is strange to me. Ever since the incident, she's always insisted on covering it up, even around me. Her having it out definitely means something significant occurred today. Not weird at all. School was stressful, so this is the highlight of my day. How'd the session go? I'm sorry to hear that. School can be pretty lame sometimes. Man, that is an understatement, Sayori. Yeah, but I'm sure with the other girls around to keep you company, it wasn't all bad. Well, I didn't really have much of a choice, but sure. How were they, by the way? I get a brief flash of Yuri's arm. About what you'd expect. All of them are off doing their own thing. Nothing out of the ordinary or anything. Ah, I see. She's not really buying that, is she? She probably saw you wince when you had that vision, dude. Ah, your session? Right! The session! It was a good one! It was all about facing the past. I see. Let's head inside and talk more about this, okay? Actually, even with all the time I've been spending with her recently, a question like this still feels really strange to ask. I was wondering if you'd stay the night. If that's okay with you and your mom, of course. I don't want to push past any boundaries, you know? Oh. Well, I don't know, Ben. I don't want to impose. No, I mean, I insist. I want to hear about your day. We can watch a movie or something, for old time's sake. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. I internally sign relief and open up the door to let her inside. That release is then replaced with some slight self-doubt. This is the right thing to do, right? Yeah, you'll figure it out. Inviting her over to spend the night takes on a very different context when we're both young adults and not kids. I shake my head. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh. And we're back with Monica. Okay, now all I have to do is wait. I'm just a bit confused as to why Natsuki was even able to ask me something like that. Even Ben. As far as I know, the code doesn't extend beyond a few scenes. I really should take her up on her offer though, just to see what would happen. My phone vibrates, and to my surprise, she responded back to me. Okay, I'll be there, it reads. I lock my phone and place my face in my palms. Why is this happening now? Out of all the times it could have happened. My control diminishes every single day, and there's nothing I can do about it. I wince at the pain and grab my arm. My eyes jerk open in shock. This pain, it almost feels just like... Am I somehow feeling her through the script? No matter how hard I try, I can't get used to these flashes. It's so loud and terrifying. I slowly raise my hand up and wave it in the air. A simple but sharp-looking blade appears and drops on the desk next to me. Why am I still able to do things like this? It just doesn't make any sense. How is it that I have control over the smaller aspects of the game, but not what I actually need? I slowly pick up the knife. I gently lift up my sleeve to my elbow and take a deep breath. Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh, not you. Oh. Monica, why? I slowly drive the blade into my skin, immediately tearing it open and allowing my own blood to seep through to the surface. I wince in pain and I feel a sensation I have never felt before. As I move the knife down and cut more skin, tears begin to form under my eyes, but not from the pain. The pain I'm feeling now is nothing like what I'm already going through. My blood starts dripping onto the desk and onto my clothes. My body instinctively wants me to stop, but I just can't. It's absolutely exhilarating. My hand finally gives way and lets go of the blade. God. So that's how it feels. I don't think I'm ever gonna do that again. I can't fall into the same trap she did. I'm supposed to be the responsible one. I don't even know what that means anymore. But if I decide to really end it all, at least I know it'll be nothing compared to this hell. But no, I can't give up. Not when I know you're still there. I've been saying, Monica. I've been saying, Monica, if there's something I can do to help you, you need to tell me. You know how this works. Ah, another line of code slices at me, leaving me absolutely winded. As I try to recover, I hear some soft footsteps getting closer with each second. I quickly scramble to my back to find some papers and cover up my bloodstains. Despite the pain, I quickly roll down my sleeve and wait patiently for Yuri. She shyly walks in and already starts looking around for her things. Hey Yuri, sorry for making you walk all the way back here again. I just don't think I'd be able to handle your things overnight. Didn't want someone to steal anything valuable or anything, you know? Oh, it's quite alright, Monica. I wasn't too far from school grounds anyway. What's the matter, Yuri? Is something on your mind? What? Nothing. You're not the best at hiding things, are you? Monica, I really don't think I know what you're talking about. I point to her left arm, which makes her hide it almost instantly. What? Yeah, I know all about it. That's not exactly behavior I want to condone. Not in this club. I'm sure you understand that. Yuri's breathing starts to really intensify. Even though I somewhat expected it this time, seeing it with my own eyes is making me feel strange. Oh god, Monica, please, don't do this to me. I have to, Yuri. I can't within good conscience allow you to keep... I want to get better. I want to try. You have to give me a second chance, Monica. Please. Please. This club means the world to me. I really want to get better, Monica. I really do. You have to give me this chance. Just like with Sayori, I'm starting to feel... Yuri, I'm sorry, Yuri. I gently grabbed my left arm. I was just doing what I thought was right. I just want to keep this club a safe place for everyone. I hadn't realized you felt this way about it. No, I have to do something! I can't just stand by and watch anymore. How about you take a break from the club then? What do you mean? Just take a short leave from the club. It should help you figure yourself out. It's what I'd do, personally speaking. Yet you contradict yourself by continuing to come to the club yourself despite how tired you are, Monica. I'd probably cause more problems for the rest of you. Maybe I just won't come back at all. If that's how you feel, then I won't be against that. You have to do what makes you happy. But I miss you all so much. You don't really understand, Monica. You've really made this club a safe place for me. I really don't feel like I fit in anywhere else in this school. Oh, somehow I find that hard to believe. A pretty girl like you shouldn't have too much trouble finding friends. Oh no, I think Monica is about to strike a nerve. I guess you still don't know me enough then. Trust me, I know more than you may think. Monica, maybe you should have thought a little more about that. Then you know that I really do struggle to make friends. Well, sure. Still, you probably attract the attention of all the boys around school. Haven't you noticed how Ben has been acting around you? What do you mean? Come on, Yuri. You're a smart girl. Surely you've noticed that Ben has really been trying to suck up to you ever since Sayori's accident. I'm sure that's just between him and I, Monica. I'd appreciate it if this conversation wouldn't carry on any further, please. Yuri? You don't know how much that would break Sayori's heart. You do know how much that would break Sayori's heart, right? Unnecessary capital. She suddenly wipes her tears and looks directly at me. Okay, Monica. I don't appreciate that type of accusation being thrown at me. Oh, sorry. I just don't want any more drama to start because of how close you guys seem to be getting. Okay, Monica. I'll take your advice then. I'll take a break from the club. I don't know if I'll come back. Take your time. Don't feel forced to come back if you don't feel ready. Thank you for putting up with someone like me and allowing me to stay here for as long as I did. Yuri quickly gathers her things and walks out of the room, graceful as ever. I sat down at the desk in front of the room and let out a sigh. Why was that so difficult to carry out? In any case, I succeeded. Now all I have to do is make sure things don't get out of hand. Indeed, Zach, indeed. Meanwhile, back with our pair at our boy's house. This remix is nice. Let me turn it up a little bit so you guys can hear it better. Pretty nice if I do say so myself. Yeah. The only way you can really tell when the perspective changes is when the text box color changes, which is all I really need. But yeah, a little extra visual would be nice. I nervously allow Sayori into my room and close the door behind me. Whew! I still can't get over that ending, the ending to that movie. I thought it was okay. I mean, it's hard to take the movie seriously when one guy takes on 50 other guys at one time. We're talking about like The Matrix or something? Sayori smirks and giggles to herself. What? That sounds dirty. How? Oh! Come on, Sayori. You know I didn't mean it to come out like that. She was just using whatever she had at the time. She didn't have time to get something better. Sure, Ben. There isn't anything you'd like to tell me, is there? What? No! You know what I meant, dummy. That. Whatever. Helps you sleep at night, silly. Besides, him being able to beat so many guys like that is the whole point, isn't it? I mean, yeah, but I can't help but get taken out of the movie when I see stuff like that. Sheesh, everybody's a critic. Remind me not to show you any more of my favorite movie. Anything like that one, you'd be doing me a favor. She smacks my arm. She walks a little further into my room and plops herself down on the floor. She gently pats her hand on the carpet and motions for me to sit down next to her. Come here, Ben. Sit with me. Sure, I'll just pretend there isn't a very comfortable bed just a few steps away then. I sit myself down next to Sayori and let out a sigh. Well, aren't you going to turn on the TV? What? We just finished watching an entire movie! I just like the background noise. That's why I have my fan on when I sleep. Alright then, I'll just put on something random. I reach over and grab the TV remote off from the shelf. I turn it on and start switching through random channels. Yeah, I hear you, Zach. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch her rubbing two fingers along her neck bruise. Sayori? What's up? I put on a random sitcom and lower the volume to a minimum so it isn't too distracting. Yeah, dude, that background noise just helps a lot with helping me sleep. Excuse me. You never got around to talking about your therapy session today. Would you like to talk about it? Oh, sure. It was a good session, I think. I learned a lot about myself. Oh yeah? Let's start there. Okay. So today's session focused a lot on my past rather than what I'm currently going through.
She said that remembering the person I was from my past is a good starting point to self-improvement in the present. Of course, well, it was really hard for me to think about my past.
Really? Is there anything bad that happened?
Yeah.
She suddenly gets quiet. I've learned that when she does this, it's best not to pester her, since she's most likely thinking about what to say next.
Excuse me. It was hard because you weren't there.
Unnecessary capital. What? What does she mean? Like, you mean there at the session? I don't know if that... No, not that there.
No, I meant there as in my past.
Oh. Yeah, that past. Duh.
I knew I messed up. Shouldn't have told you that. I'm still so selfish.
No. No, you're not.
Just please don't focus on that right now, okay? Just talk about the good things.
You said it was a good session, remember?
She takes a deep breath and exhales slowly. Alright, so after all that, she talked to me about how once past doesn't truly define who you are.
If anything, it's a reflection of who you were, and in comparison to yourself now, you can compare that to how far you've come since then.
The actions and decisions you've made can have an effect on it, of course, but she said that even after all that, you are still just as capable of creating a better future for yourself. She said that it's very easy to forget about that, and very hard to keep reminding ourselves of it as well.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
So after explaining my past to her, she told me that the first step to solving a problem is recognizing where and when it started.
I think I understand. So I assume you went back to a time when your depression started to get worse?
Not really. That's part of it, but that's not where I wanted to start.
She slowly points to her neck, and it all becomes clear to me now. She's facing the action that she took. I really begin to imagine how difficult that must be. I see. It's gotta be really tough, isn't it?
The toughest. Ben, Ben, I'm so sorry for everything. I didn't mean to hurt anybody. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't want to die. I really didn't. I didn't want to live with this pain anymore. I just wanted it to stop. It's the type of pain that nobody can really see. And if I ever showed that part of myself, I'd put that same pain on others.
I don't think that's true at all, Sayori.
But that's the thing, Ben. I can't believe something like that. My brain won't let me. It just felt like I had no other options left.
She lets her body fall into my arms as she starts crying into my shirt. I don't know what to do other than to hug her and hold her close to me. Just be her rock, man. That's all she needs right now.
Excuse me, my goodness.
This isn't the first time this has happened. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing by constantly asking her to talk about these things. Is it okay to talk about this when it only happened a few weeks ago? Sayori's tears continue to soak into my shirt as her body convulses with every breath.
I've caused so much trouble for you and the others, especially Monica.
I gently rub her back. You're doing a good job, Sayori. She sniffles and lets out a sigh.
What?
You're doing good. Glad that you're here with me, talking about this.
Uh-huh. It's really hard, because every part of my body is telling me I shouldn't.
And yet you still talked about your feelings with me. That's amazing.
Is it?
She breaks from my embrace and sits back upright. Mm-hmm. You're a very strong girl for doing that. Should tell you that you truly do mean a lot to the others as well. Don't you remember Yuri and Natsuki visiting? She nods. And Monica? Well, I think she cares about you too. She's just a bit weird about showing it. But you get what I mean. She wipes her tears away and takes a deep breath. She stares off into the distance, clearly thinking about things I can't even begin to guess about. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that tiredness from earlier today is coming back, man.
This is all so funny, you know?
It is?
Yeah. We've been hanging out together so much more often now. All because you care and worry about me, right?
Well, duh, why wouldn't I?
I guess I just wish that maybe we could have spent more time with each other before all of this. Kinda almost feels like you're only here because you feel like you need to be.
I realize now what she's getting at. She's starting to think I'm only here because of what happened, rather than of my own volition. Wait, Sayori. You do know I've been thinking of trying to spend more time with you even before all this, right? Somehow she has a hard time believing that. Surely you believe me, right? No, I don't think she does. Press X to doubt.
I want to. Just not right now. Okay?
She gives me a pleading smile, almost as if she really wants me to stop talking about this. Alright. It's a pretty long pause between us, but it doesn't feel awkward. Well, that's good, right? Instead, it almost feels like there's a shared level of understanding now sweeping the room. I guess I want to show Sarah that I'm trying to understand her even when I really don't. All the while, Sarah's trying to understand her own feelings. I look over at my phone to check the time, realizing it's getting quite late. Hey, I've got an idea. I think you'll like this one.
Ooh, what's that? So, it's been quite a while since we've had a real sleepover, hasn't it? What do you mean? You've already slept over at my house a bunch of times.
Well, I meant, shit! Hoping this wouldn't sound weird. Right now, as I think about saying it out loud, it sounds pretty darn weird. I mean, you remember the sleepovers, but you mean... English is hard, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you remember the sleepovers we used to have together, right? When we were kids. Please know what I'm talking about. Please know what I'm talking about. Please know what I'm talking about. I really don't want to have to.
Not really. Why don't you try and explain it, Ben?
I know that face. You know exactly what I mean. You just want me to say it. God damn it, Sayori. Oh, she knows exactly what I'm talking about now. Uh-huh. Look at that deviant smile. She just wants you to come out and say it, boy. Somebody over here is really loving this. Man, you really had to do me like this, huh?
All part of the fun.
Fine. Talking about the days where you came over and we, you know.
Uh-huh. What is it that I know?
Jeez. She's really putting me on the spot this time. Those days where we slept together. There.
You really up and said it.
Is that all you wanted from me? Yes. That was psychological warfare right there, Sayuri. Jeez. And she's clearly better at it than you.
All part of my plan. So, did you want to ask me something else?
Our boy is stunned. Stun-locked by Sayori's psychological warfare. Oh, come on, don't give me that look. Man. Yeah, I'll just come out and say it at this point. Do you want to sleep over with me tonight? Like we used to when we were kids? What?
I didn't think you'd actually be able to ask me.
Well, who's all flustered now? I gently poke her cheek, just so red it felt warm to the touch.
Poor Signor. No fair! I had you first!
Well, consider us even then. Now, do you want to get ready for bed or not? Alright, Burnout, you have yourself a nice night.
Sure. Let me go wash up a little bit first, okay? Is it okay if I use your shower?
Of course! I don't want your stinky body all over my clean bed sheets. She sticks her tongue out at me before leaving towards my bathroom. I quickly get up and rush to make sure my bed is ready for her. Damn it, are we really doing this? Is this even the right thing to do? Monica doesn't seem to think so. She is not impressed. We aren't even dating, but I don't know. It feels right to me. It's kind of funny to think about, though. As kids, these types of things aren't even given a second thought. We just think it's all normal and fun to do. Yeah, when you're that age, it makes sense. Getting older really does suck. Yep, as I have heard before, life is pain. There, all cleaned up. I pick up my phone and... Oh, it's Yuri. Huh. I really wasn't expecting a message from her so quickly. Of course. See you tomorrow? She doesn't really respond back to that. She only sends me a thumbs up emoji and that's the end of the conversation. Because that's all that needs to be said. I do hope she's doing okay. I guess that's two girls I'm worried about now. And I'm almost certain it's not the healthiest thing in the world to have on my mind all the time. Most definitely not. I hear the door open and quickly turn around towards it.
Ah, your shower is really nice, Ben. Very relaxing.
Is it? I guess I would never notice it. It's the same shower I've had for years. Ready for bed? She nods as she walks over and takes the rightmost side of the bed. I flip off the lights and hop into bed next to her, making sure she has enough room to move around. Ooh, hello. I lay over on my side and Siri does the same. So, get comfy?
Mm-hmm.
Good, good. She really was serious when she said, I will sleep with this bow on. Okay, now it's a little awkward. Just don't say anything, man. You guys don't even, you guys don't have to say anything. Just enjoy each other's company. That's all you gotta do.
So, how was the club meeting today? It wasn't boring without me, was it?
Well, it was interesting to say the least.
That's good. What did you guys do?
Well, as you know, we postponed the poem reading, so I'll look away from Siri for a short moment.
Hey, you weren't hiding anything from me, are you?
No, of course not. It's just, well, we actually didn't do all that much. There's a lot of talking about the future things to do for the club, but nothing too crazy, honestly. Though we did talk about Monica not really having any backup plans for the club due to your absence.
Oh, really? Shoot. I really should have made plans then, huh?
Oh no, don't worry about that. You all agree it isn't supposed to be your responsibility.
Alright, I guess that makes things easier for me then.
We stay silent for a little while. My eyes begin to wander around, and I only ever find myself glancing at Sayori's body.
Hey, Ben.
Yeah? Why are you looking at me like that? You're getting ideas, aren't you, Sayori? Where is this going?
My eyes are up here.
Ugh! Hey! Don't make this weird! Unless you want to sleep in this bed by yourself!
That doesn't sound so bad. Your bed is a lot bigger than mine.
We laugh together.
Some things never change, huh?
Yeah. This is nice though, really.
You think so? I really hope I'm not imposing by sleeping in your bed.
Not at all! What? It was my idea after all. Come on now, Sayori. You're not imposing or anything. Just don't hog all the sheets for yourself and won't have any problems.
I can't make any promises. Let's get some sleep. I don't want to be late tomorrow.
Right. Good night, Sayori.
Good night, Ben. Sleep well.
Alright, on to the next day. You saved me. You're welcome. Why? I didn't deserve your kindness then. I don't deserve it now. Yet you're still here, by my side. I'm thankful for you. I'm always saying I don't need your help. I'm always saying to let me go. Deep down, I want you to stay here with me. Because as much as it hurts me, I know you mean well by it. Glad you're my best friend, Ben. Alright. On to the next day. Well, I'm glad to have you too. Oh, you. Another day, another dollar. At least I think that's how that expression goes. You would be correct, my boy. You aren't exactly correct. Now that I think about it, it doesn't really make much sense, but I don't get paid to go to school, does it? You're just realizing this now?
I still can't believe you got so shocked about the way I eat my cereal, Ben.
Siri, you must understand. Microwaving cereal is certainly not the norm. Wait, what? What? Excuse me? My boy,
context. Like, of the fuck? What? Okay, I have seen a lot of weird things, but I have never heard of somebody that microwaves their cereal. So, what? Does she just put the bowl in there with the cereal and then just nukes it? Monica, I understand what I'm thinking about is absurd, and I see why you find it amusing, but think about it for a second. Like, what? Do you just put the dry cereal in the bowl and then put it in the microwave and then put the milk on it? Or do you put the milk in first and microwave the milk too? Okay, I'll get back to the mod, but still, like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Like, I understand microwaving ice cream to thaw it a little bit. You know, like just nuking it for like 10, 20 seconds to thaw it out a little bit when it's been in the freezer a while. I understand that. And, like, I'm just so lost, dude. I just hope that she's never put a spoon in there. So, it's okay to be a little weird sometimes. No, I need a justification. I need a justification right now for why you put your cereal in the microwave. Like, does it improve the taste in your eyes? God damn it. Sari is gonna make me try putting a bowl of my fucking Chex in the microwave one of these days. She's gonna make me want to try it. If I ever do, I'll be sure to post it so you guys can know what microwaved Chex tastes like. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. I think everybody is a little weird in their own way. And that's okay. Here we are. First period. Good luck today, alright? Of course, see you at lunch. Saria walks into her classroom and closes the door behind her. I turn back around and head to my own first period, which just so happens to be... Whoa! I'm so sorry. I didn't mean... Yuri? Excuse me. Hey! It's just me. Don't worry about it. What a coinky-dink that we happen to bump into you of all people. Oh. Yuri takes a deep breath in and out, calming herself down. Good morning, Pen. Sorry for bumping into you. That's sort of becoming our way of introducing ourselves to each other, isn't it? Yeah, at least you're acknowledging it. At least you're acknowledging, Maud, that your only way of making this happen is to just have them bump into each other. I know, it's so ridiculous, isn't it? It's so contrived, right? Yeah, it's no big deal. You feeling alright? Oh, yes. I'm feeling quite alright. It's a lovely morning, isn't it? Question mark. Yep. Today is shaping up to be absolutely beautiful. Don't you just love days like these? Yuri nods as she adjusts her bag around her shoulder and straightens out her blazer. How about I walk you to class? Mine is on the way there anyway. Oh. No, I'm alright. Wait, you... And just like that, she has disappeared down the hallway. I guess I can't really blame her, though. Considering what just happened yesterday, I probably should have just given her some space. At least it's not putting candy in the fridge or the freezer. I have a bone to pick with that. I've actually put Reese's Cups in the fridge. It's because giving it that chill really adds a lot to it. I think the same way about chips, too. Like, the way I found this out is because I always leave my lunch in the cooler at work, because that's where our rack to put away our stuff is, if you don't have a locker. And I just like to keep all my stuff in my bag. I don't want to have to worry about opening up a locker when I get to work and shit. So, my lunch is always just there in my drawstring bag. And
I have realized that chips that have just been chilled for a few hours actually taste really fucking good. Like, I don't know what it is, just that chill. Just like with like a Reese's cup. It adds something to it. So, I disagree with your stance, my boy. I don't care if it's weird, I think it makes it taste fantastic. Still, I guess I can't help but worry about her. Yep. I adjust my uniform and head back towards my class. And so another day of classes begins. So that's why I believe Parfait Girls should be part of the club's literature collection. Oh, don't you pull a Tsubaki out on me.
Honestly, I'm actually considering it. You seem so passionate about it.
All I'm thinking about is just that picture where it's just Natsuki tapping the board with, you know, that stick that teachers have. Just that pointy stick. Manga is literature.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. You have to let me read some sometime. Nice that you both are coming around to see manga for what it really is. It really does feel like something's missing though.
Is it me? I know I came a little late, but I overheard the conversation. I placed my things down on a nearby desk and joined the group.
Sure, Ben. It's you.
Hi, Natsuki. Nice to know.
Aren't you into manga just as much as I am?
Oh, well, yeah. But what does that have to do with anything?
I was talking about Yuri. Usually she'd argue with me about manga and stuff, and she just isn't here. It's hard to explain. I guess you're just used to her arguing with you. Her not being here is very noticeable.
Wait, why isn't she here? I just saw her earlier this morning. And then I saw her again at lunchtime.
Yuri came to me yesterday after the club meeting was over. As it turns out, she is actually quite bored with the club. She came to me explaining her concerns, then asked if she could take a short leave for a while. I tried to ask her what I could have done to make things better, but yeah, unfortunately there was nothing I could say or do to convince her otherwise.
Yuri left? No, that doesn't make sense. Not after she empathized with me so much that she wanted to stay in the club no matter what. Did you hear what Monica said? She's taking a short leave. That means she's taking a break, dude. Come on, interpret her words right. Something isn't right here. Unless Monica is saying these things to protect her? Does she know about what happened yesterday, too?
Oh, I knew it. Can't say I'm really surprised. I am? Monica! How come you didn't tell me about this? We could have helped her together. Sorry, Sayori. I just didn't want to put this on you.
Tension. I feel it. I'm not sure what I can say here that wouldn't give me away. Other than the fact that I saw her earlier today, I guess. She seemed completely content with herself this morning. We had a nice conversation about the, weather. Stop it, you're starting to sound like Joe. Which isn't the most interesting thing in the world, but it was relatively normal. That's my point. Yes, thank you for that enlightening development, my boy. That I'm sure will contribute a lot to the plot. Monica, I agree.
Well, it doesn't change things either way. She's gone for the time being. I wouldn't say she's no longer a member, though. I feel like she'll come around eventually. We just have to do our best to make sure she's well accommodated the next time she's here, okay? You know? Yeah, alright then. I'll buy that.
Natsuki's tone is a little different than before.
It's not gonna feel the same without her, though. I'd feel bad if we started having fun without her. Maybe I can talk to her later, after this is over. She told me pretty explicitly that no one should bother her about this. Those were her wishes and we should respect them.
Sayori and Natsuki both nod in agreement. Now feeling like the minority in this situation, I also follow suit. However, I can't help but feel like something isn't right here. Almost like I'm missing a very important piece to the puzzle. The rest of the meeting goes by pretty uneventfully, and after just a few short conversations with each other, Monica decides to cut the meeting short.
Okay, everyone. Again, I'm very sorry I had to cut today's meeting short. I still need time to rework my plans to accommodate for Yuri's absence. I was thinking we share poems tomorrow. The show must go on, right? Yeah, I guess you're right. But it still doesn't make it feel any less wrong. We'll just have to live with it for now. That's the best we can do. Now, does anybody have any other questions about future club plans?
We all shake our heads in unison. Even Natsuki, who has remained relatively quiet since the meeting started.
Great! Thanks for listening! Then, I'd like to speak with you in private, if that's alright.
Oh! Sure. Gonna head home if you'd like, Sayori, but I shouldn't take long.
Sure, Ben. Just call me when you get home. Come on, Natsuki, let's walk together. Sure, why not?
So, what was it you wanted to talk about? Just you and me. What is it? Gonna take a guess and say it's about Yuri?
Well, yeah, actually. See, there are a few things you need to know about her. If you continue trying to be her friend anyway.
Okay. Where is this going?
First things first. Yuri is... well, she can be a bit obsessive. She's the type to get really attached to anything that gives her attention. She's also known for partaking in some eccentric methods to relax and such. She's talked to me about certain aspects of her life that seem to tell me that she's got a lot going on in it. What I'm trying to say is, being her friend probably isn't the best route to take right now.
Okay. And why should you be the one to tell me who my friends should and shouldn't be? Who are you to make those decisions for me?
I'm not. I'm simply telling you that being friends with Yuri would be an extra burden on you. You have Sayori to handle, remember?
I'll make my own decisions on that front, Monica. But I appreciate your concern. I walk past Monica and gather my things. Who does she think she is? Telling me that I can't be friends with someone because they're a little different? This is the type of thing Yuri was talking about. Being treated differently just because she's got stuff going on. Being told to just leave her be? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But I'd be lying if I said that Yuri's situation didn't bother me. Been on my mind for the last day and a half. Really not good choice of words there, Monica. You really didn't think that through. But not being friends with someone just because they're a little different? Surprised Monica would even say something like that.
Why?
Shake my head. I probably won't figure anything out just by standing here. Grab my things and head out the door. What the?
Hey Ben, you didn't take too long.
I didn't. Surprised you guys decided to wait for me here, though.
Natsuki said she wanted to talk to us both. Something about Yuri, right? Keep your voice down. Let's go somewhere else to talk about this. I don't want Monica to hear us. Hey, keeping secrets from Monica isn't nice. We're all friends, aren't we? This is different, okay? Let's just go, alright?
Come on, Sayori. I'm sure you can let this one slide this time, right?
Yes, of course. I was only kidding.
She's just definitely not okay with it. So, what is it you wanted to talk to us about?
Look, I'm not the kind of girl to go talking around behind people's backs, but this is a bit different now. I don't think Monica is being 100% truthful about Yuri and why she left. Yeah, Yuri and I hang out sometimes, and yesterday she didn't seem like herself. I mean, she's usually pretty distant, but this time she was really distant. Like something bad had happened or something. That's when she told me she'd be taking a break from the club for a while. I decided not to pester about any more details, because honestly, she seemed really upset, and I didn't want to push her buttons. I don't want to judge her when she's not even here, but Yuri is not exactly the easiest person to talk to. Or rather, to get her to talk, if you know what I mean. So there's no way I'd try and ask her for more personal details. All I know is that she's got some stuff going on, and Monica isn't being truthful about why she left. One thing's for sure, though. She is not bored with the club or any of that nonsense Monica gave us. I may not have known her that long, but I've known her long enough to know that if she's ready to talk, she'll talk. Trying to get her to open up about something personal so quickly would probably do more harm than good. Just if you let her clear her head.
Clear her head. Somehow that sounds familiar. I agree. I think that's probably the best idea. It's getting harder and harder to really keep up the idea that I know nothing about what Yuri is going through. Well, Yuri and I aren't exactly close either. The least I can do is maybe try and convince her to tell someone else about it. Oh, excuse me. It's pretty clear that Natsuki does care about Yuri. She just doesn't show it all too often.
Also, what if Monica just made that up to protect Yuri? How do we know that she doesn't know what Yuri's going through? We don't. But I just wanted to clear things up with you both. Yuri is not bored with the club. Guess I just wish she'd tell me what's on her mind.
Sure, she just needs some time to figure out how to tell you.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that maybe it's something pretty serious. That she just needs time to figure stuff out herself before she can tell anybody else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'll hit her up when I get home. I'm just worried that my dad won't let me talk to her. Strict parents. Yeah, you could say that. Speaking of which, I should start heading home, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. And hey, let's all hang out with Yuri tomorrow at lunchtime. I've been getting sick of my other friends lately anyways. Sounds like a wonderful idea. Can you bring some cookies? Fine. I'll see if I have the time to make some today.
We both wave to Natsuki and start heading towards the other direction. So, that turned out way more interesting than I thought it would.
Yeah, the poor Yuri. She must be feeling really bad if she decided to take a break from the club. Can't help but feel like I should be doing something for her.
Yeah, I get that. I agree. As you said, probably best to let her figure things out on her own.
Yeah.
How long have you and Yuri known each other, by the way? Like, before the club?
Me and Yuri? Not long, actually. I only got to know her a little bit when the club started.
I see.
Still, I guess I'm just worried about her. She really did care about the club. So her taking this break must mean it's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like it's my moral obligation as vice president to care about my club members.
Oh, something tells me that you'd care about her regardless of your position.
Maybe.
Aw, come on, Sayori. You know you would. That's just what you do. Sarah and I continue down the hallway in silence. It's really hard to talk about this sort of thing when I know everything about it. As much as I'd like to tell Sayori, that's not really an option. I don't want to break Yuri's trust, nor do I want to make Sayori worry about her. More than she already does, anyway. Think of it this way, Sayori. She's got Natsuki by her side. I'm sure Yuri will confide in her when she's comfortable. I don't think you should worry too much, alright?
Yeah, I think you're right, Ben. We'll be seeing her tomorrow anyway.
Sayori and I reach the exit and make our way home. I'll probably stay over at Sayori's for a bit again, just to help her out with her homework. Wonder if I should tell Sayori about what Monica told me, though. It really just didn't seem like something she'd normally say. What's going on between her and Yuri, I wonder? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oop. Alright, going to a new day. Oop. I guess he got tired of using the alarm sound. Still keeping my eyes closed, I reach over and scramble to turn my alarm off before falling back into bed. The dreaded sound that nobody wants to hear in the morning. Tired. Once again, Sarah and I stayed up late working on homework assignments. Really is starting to feel like a lot of work. It's nice that I've got her by my side to help me out. She's actually pretty good in her writing and creative arts classes. So she helps me out with that sort of thing. Oh, well, that's good at least. And considering we're sharing our poems with each other today, I figured she'd help me write my own. Well, we tried our best anyways. At first glance, this poem doesn't mean anything to me, but Sari insisted that I'd share this one, so can't really go against her wishes. I gather my assignments in my bag, checking that I have all I need, and head downstairs to make myself some breakfast. I finish up the last pieces of my toast and lock my door behind me. I can already hear the footsteps of a very familiar friend of mine running up to me. Good morning, Ben. You remembered to write your poem this time, right? I reach into my pocket and unfold the piece of paper in which my poem resides. Right here, Miss Vice President of the Literature Club. Starshine, welcome to the stream. Nice to meet ya. If you're not familiar, the game is Doki Doki Literature Club, and this is actually a mod for it. So if you are not familiar with the base game, then I highly suggest either playing the game first or just watching somebody else play it. I've got a couple of playthroughs of it myself if you want to see that. I have an archive of all of my DDLC streams if you want to find it there. But this is a mod for the game. So like I said, if you're not familiar with it, I'd highly advise familiarizing yourself with the base game, because this mod deals with events that happened in the base game and basically just asks, what if this moment played out differently, and we're following the aftermath of that. And yes, Monica, I see you rolling your eyes up there. Yes, I know you know all of this. I know the regulars know all of this. But for Star, I'm just explaining. So don't give me that look, Monica. But as for what DDLC itself is about, I'm not sure I want to say. It's one of those things where it's better if you just experience it for yourself. Because it really is something special. If you've never seen the game before, then I'd highly advise, just watching through it blind or playing through it blind. Because that's the best way to experience it. Ugh. But, without getting into things too much, it's about 4 girls in a literature club, and your childhood friend Sayori brings you into the fold, and well, things expand from there. You'll see more as you play. Monica's rolling her eyes again at me. Anyway, I hope you give the game a shot. Right here, Miss Vice President of the Literature Club. Awesome! I don't know why you're asking me this anyway. I literally worked on it right in front of you last night, dummy. I'm just making sure you didn't forget it at home, okay? I chuckle and hug Sayori from the side. I'm just teasing you. Thanks for looking out for me. I appreciate it. I do have an unfortunate rep for leaving stuff behind sometimes. I have that reputation with gift cards. Like, I am notoriously terrible at forgetting to spend my gift cards. Like, oh my god. I appreciate it when people give me one, but I'm like, fuck, now I have another one. Yeah, you sometimes do. Now let's go. We're gonna be late. Sarah grabs my arm and pulls me along with her on our daily commute. And now we're in the cafeteria. I think the last time I saw this background was when I was playing that, Your Best Friend is a Ghost mod. Yeah, I know, but Salvation seems to be going for a more minimal approach, trying to maintain the feel of the original game. That's the vibe I get from it anyway. But I know you, Zach. Morning classes fly by relatively quickly. By the time I know it, before I know it, you mean? It's already lunchtime. Sarah and I walk into the cafeteria and start taking a look around. Knowing Yuri, she'd probably find a quiet place to eat, so I didn't want to miss her if she decided to leave soon after getting her lunch. Yep, but we want to see where she goes, after all.
Do you think she'll be here? Yuri can't go hungry after all.
Yeah, I have no reason to believe she wouldn't be. Though honestly, I don't really want to freak her out either.
Yeah, Yuri does frighten easily. Especially when it comes to social situations.
Yeah, as we know, she's a bit shy like that. Exactly. So if we see her, let's just be cool about it. Then make the offer to hang out with her.
How about Natsuki?
She said for me to text her when we were already sitting down. She didn't want to seem like we planned this out. Ah, nice. There you go, Zach.
Got it. That makes sense.
Sarah and I walk around the cafeteria casually, dodging the massive lines of hungry students all trying to get the best food before it's all gone. We packed some bento boxes just for this occasion. I hate waiting in these lines, and it'll only make finding Yuri easier. Sorry, I read that wrong. Because English is hard. A quick glance around the room reveals... Ha! There's our girl. Sure enough, Yuri is gracefully following the lunch line, carrying a tray of her own and minding her own business. Alright, there she is. Let's wait for her to grab her food, then we'll do our totally convincing method of running into her. Ah, there you go. Sound good?
Yep, I'm excited.
Awesome. Let's head that way. Sarah and I quickly make our way over to the cafeteria exit and anxiously wait for Yuri to get her food. This is kind of weird now that I really stopped to think about it. I mean, clearly she wants her space after everything that's happened. What if she doesn't even want to see any of us right now? Ah, jeez, maybe this wasn't the...
So then I said, that's no moon, that's a space station.
Nice. Yeah. Shit, I completely forgot my line.
Oh look, there's Yuri. Hi, Yuri.
Siri waves at Yuri with so much energy that I'm sure she just created her own mini wind current.
Good afternoon.
She then rushes over to Yuri and wraps her arms around her. Yeah, you think so? That's what I used to do, just like record like 1 to 2 hour sessions, just do some light editing. That's what I used to do. It takes a little longer to upload that way, which is why I started doing the stream format. But yeah, you think so?
Sayori, you need to give me more warnings before you do these things. Sorry, I just can't help myself when I see you.
So Sarah and I quickly share glances with each other. Almost positive we had the exact same thing on our minds. Anyway, fancy seeing you here in this cafeteria. You gotta work on that line, boy. Zach's like, that's Canemonger's thing. Yeah, that. I'm not exactly known for being traditional when it comes to this whole YouTube and video making thing. Like, come on now. Doing it in this format, I at least have some sort of schedule. Yeah, I know he doesn't. I know there's others that do it that way. I just like making long-form content. That's just what I like to do. I just really like the rawness of it, you know, watching somebody's first impressions of something. That's why I do it.
Yes, indeed.
Awkward silence. Come on. That's all you got? Oh, he really is helpless. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Zach, you say it's better to do stuff live rather than spending your personal time on it to roll it out? That's why I like the stream format. You know, just everything happens live in the moment. And more importantly, y'all can be there to be part of it. If I could stream at a more normal time, I would, obviously. But it is what it is. It's just what I like to do. The only reason I did, like, the recordings before is because, you know, I had never really done too much streaming before. So I wasn't really sure how well it would work. You know, like, if it was feasible to do with the computer I had at the time. But, you know, other people in the community convinced me to give it a try. And I've just never looked back since. It's been a ton of fun, not just doing stuff on this game, but other games too. It's like watching a movie. You have to watch the premiere to get the best experience so no one spoils it for you. Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you want to eat lunch with us? Oh, I wouldn't want to impose. No, silly, I insist. We heard about the break you're taking from the club. This could be one of the few chances we get to all hang out together for a while.
I guess that's true. Yuri takes a deep breath to calm herself down.
Yes, I think I'd like that very much. Thank you, Sayori. And thank you too, Ben.
Yuri says this with so much sincerity, it's almost like she wanted this to happen. She probably isn't very good at showing it, but I know that all Yuri needs is a couple of good friends to rely on. I just hope she's doing okay ever since that day. Yuri leads us to the corridor where she usually sits and eats by herself. Almost no students are around during this time, so just about perfect for Yuri. Yep, Zach being picky as always. While following closely behind Yuri, I quickly pull up my phone and text Natsuki on where to find us. Hopefully it's not too suspicious. Yuri and Suri both adjust their skirts before sitting themselves down onto a nearby bench. I squeeze in next to Suri and pull up my bento box. She does the same.
Ah, you both packed bento boxes? That's a good idea. I should probably do that sometime.
Very good. She sure says that with her mouth already full of food. Sayori now realizes her mistake and makes the whoop face. I love it. Best face. Sorry. Yuri giggles after eating a little bit of rice. Yeah, exactly. It's a way to talk to your boys and whoever else decides to drop by. I've said it before, Koneko, but I don't do this, to try and become like the biggest Doki tuber. I don't aspire to that. I don't aspire to get to a point where it's like I actually could make money from it. That's just a bonus. And if I ever was gonna do that, I wouldn't sign up for a YouTube partnership. I don't want that. Then I'd actually have to care about when people like copyright claim music and shit that people use in these mods. If anything, if I was gonna make some kind of monetary thing, I would probably just set up a Patreon as like a tip jar. as a like, if you like what you see, you can donate a little bit to it, and any proceeds that go to it would, go to buying more equipment for the show. Because that's just how I am. I don't really care about making money from this. I just do this because I think it's fun. I just do this because I like having something like this to do after work. It's just something for me to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fun thing for me. I spend a lot of time outside of just the streams thinking about stuff to do with it. It's obviously a big commitment, setting up the schedule and all that, and all these things that I want to do on the channel. But it's exciting. At least you're not Pokemon shaming people for not buying her $28 cookies. Yeah, dude, that's ridiculous. Sanzi is funny though. I felt that. You saying I'm not? I know I'm not always the most entertaining person, but I always try to look for witty things to say. Look, if you're a broke boy, just say so. No, I am not. Thank you very much. I have a day job. Like I said, this is just like an after work thing to help me unwind and to give me something to do outside of work. I'm silly, she says. Okay, Koneko.
How are you, Sayori? Have things been going okay recently? Yep, everything's been going great. Well, except for all the school assignments I have to do. Yes, those can be burdensome at times. Yeah, it's hard for me because I feel like I can never understand what I'm supposed to be learning. You're a smart woman though, Sayori. I'm sure with enough time and effort you can get it down.
Oh, excuse me. I blame all the food I had after work.
You really think so? I do try my best. And that's the best thing you can do. Oh hey, fancy seeing you three here.
Very funny, Zach. Very funny. Natsuki casually walks up to her little group, keeping up the facade that she had no idea we'd be here in the first place.
Oh, Natsuki? What brings you here? You usually don't come to this part of the school during this time. You know those friends of mine?
Question mark.
They can be real jerks sometimes, you know? Oh, sorry to hear that. Would you like to join us for lunch then? Well, it's not like I need people to hang out with or anything, but...
Yes, you do. Come on, just say it.
Sure, why not? Fang.
The girls and I have a good time talking about school, club activities, and all sorts of things. Which only makes the elephant in the room all the more obvious.
Look, guys, this is nice and all, but it's pretty obvious why you're all here with me right now. I don't want you all to feel obligated to spend time with me because I decided to take a break from the club. Really, I'm fine. I just need time to figure myself out. We wouldn't be hanging out with you if we truly didn't feel like it, Yuri. We're your friends. That's why we're here with you right now. Yeah, we're here for you, Yuri. I hope that's okay with you, of course.
Yuri, I think you and I both know more than anybody else that we really do care about you. Whatever it is you're going through, you don't have to get through it on your own. Yuri sniffles as tears begin to stream down her face. Alright. Suri and Natsuki both nod to show their agreement.
Oh, thank you guys. So bad for not realizing it sooner.
Yuri gently caresses her left arm.
I can't deny it anymore. I'm so glad that you all are a part of my life now.
A part, 2 words.
I don't think I could ask for better friends. I know we haven't known each other for very long, but I feel like we can all form some real good friendships with each other as time passes.
I'm sure you would, Zach, and give it time.
I just hope that, even with all my imperfections, you will still accept me for who I am.
Sarah wraps her arms around Yuri once again. Pack it in, Yuri. Come on.
Sayori, you really need to ask for permission before you go hugging everyone like that. Oh, I'm so... I'm just kidding. Our hugs are wonderful, even if they are a bit shocking sometimes. Awesome! And about what you said earlier, of course we'll accept you. That's what friends are for, right? Sayori's right. And besides, wouldn't us hanging out together make it obvious that I don't care about any of your imperfections? We're friends. There isn't a whole lot in this world that would really change that. Yeah, we fight sometimes, but what's a good friendship without a little bit of fighting here and there? Hey, if nothing else, your differences are what makes the friendship interesting, right? Seeing how you differ on things, learning about, how the other person thinks. As long as you keep things mutual. And yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. Yuri wipes away her tears and lets out a heavy sigh. Thank you. I apologize for not being able to give the full details on why I decided to take a break from the club. I just need some more time to figure this all out. I hope you all understand. We all nod in unison. Take all the time you need, Yuri. We'll understand. And don't forget, we're all here for you. You're not alone on this, and you never will be. Okay? Yuri nods and looks away for a moment. Yeah, Zach, I get where you're coming from. I like all that stuff too, but it's not the only thing I like, okay? Well, now that this is all over with, who wants cookies? Me first! I get the first one! I'll take second. I guess a cookie wouldn't hurt. As we take some time to enjoy our snacks, I can't help but think about Monica's reason for doing this. Yuri is so appreciative of us. Why would Monica want her out of the club? Where is this coming from all of a sudden? Where is this coming from all of a sudden, my boy? This just comes right the fuck out of nowhere. What? You understand that Yuri is taking a break of her own volition, right? Like, she discussed it with Monica. Sure, but Yuri's just taking Monica's advice. Is there something so inherently wrong with that? Or are you thinking back to what Monica told you in private yesterday? Because if that's the case, I don't see how those two correlate. Yeah, what Monica said was just very off-putting. But she wasn't saying Yuri shouldn't be a member of the club. She was trying to caution you about something in a really insensitive way. So, again, I'm failing to see how these two things correlate. I don't believe that she'd do this without her reasons. There's not a whole lot I can do about it now. Time to get to class. Oh shoot! I completely lost track of time. My class is on the other side of the school. So is mine. Looks like we're both out of luck. What? Yuri? Take care, okay? Natsuki? Eat my dust. Suri immediately reaches for her bag and zooms down the hallway. Oh, you're on! Natsuki follows suit, nearly bumping into other students on the way down. Oh, I would love to see the two of them race. Oh, that's great. Sometimes those two are like bread and butter. Eh? Suspiciously uncanny. Yeah, that's one way to put it. I agree. For a girl like Natsuki, I think it's nice that she's got someone like Sayori as a friend. I've heard about how her friends treat her. It almost seems like she's an outcast in her group. Yeah. A few weeks ago when we read manga together, she brought them up to me. I don't think they're particularly close. At least it seemed that way. Yuri nods as she cleans up. her tray and places it on top of a nearby trash can. She grabs her bag and places it over her shoulder. So, how are... Yuri raises her hand in the air, gesturing for me to stop talking. I'll be fine, Ben. As I said earlier, I need time to figure things out. It's something that I've done for a long time. She gently caresses her left arm once again. It's not exactly easy to stop. Not when I've relied on it for so long. Oh, nice. Okay, I understand. Thank you again, Ben. Thanks to you, I've really been able to reflect on my decisions and who I am as a person. Oh, and we are just friends, right? Yeah? Why ask me that all of a sudden? No reason in particular. I just don't want to give you the wrong idea or anything. Oh, yeah, I get you. I think there's another girl I've got my eyes on anyway. I hope that all works out for you two. I guess it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Well, I would imagine you also knew how obvious it was. In any case, I do wish you good luck with her. You two are cute together. Thanks. Now, would it be alright if I walked you to class? Sure, let's go. Yuri and I quietly walked down the hallway towards our classes. I guess this lunch hangout turned out to be a good idea after all. I don't expect Yuri to return to the club just yet, and honestly it's probably better that way. At least until she figures things out for herself. Yeah. Word. Okay, everyone. I know that we don't have a full club at the moment, but the show must go on, right? So let's just take it easy and share poems with each other, alright? Right. Sharing poems. It's been a while since we've done this with each other. Though, this time around I don't feel as lost on who to show my poem to. Yep. I think we all know who you're gonna choose. So Sayori will be my first choice. Of course it is. Of course it is. As I walk up to Sayori, I stop in my tracks when I realize... You forgot that I'm the one who helped you write your poem this time, didn't you? Yeah, kind of. However, you never showed me yours. That's true. I wanted it to be a surprise. Sayori reaches into her bag and pulls out her poem. Here you go. Clear skies ahead. Alright. The weather outside is really nice. I take all 4 bottles and carry them outside. The air is nice and the wind is gentle. I have to make sure I don't drop these bottles. They're important to my friends. Oh, there's a storm over there. I need to protect the bottles. It starts to rain. The rain clouds, they just won't... Oh. There, never mind. He's right here, carrying an umbrella for me. He has a bottle too, with my name on it. Not a bad follow-up. Not a bad follow-up to her bottles poem. Nice. Very nice. Sayori beams as I finish reading her poem. It's her style. The tone of it feels wildly different than any other ones I've seen from her. What do you think? I kind of just let my feelings turn into words for this one. I can tell. Turned out nice. Yeah, it's very nice. It's nice to see that you're feeling better, Sayori. I don't really know how to say it out loud, honestly. People say I'm good at reading other people's emotions and stuff, but when it comes to my own, my brain just starts to scramble and dance around. Almost like it's avoiding explaining anything altogether, you know? Yeah, I understand. Still, it's nice that you're able to express yourself using poems. I think that makes you a terrific writer. Thanks, Ben. Now go see the other girls' poems.
Girls is, you mean, apostrophe after the S. Right away, Miss Vice President. Natsuki is talking with Monica about her poem. Strangely enough, it looks like Monica doesn't have a poem to share. Or rather, it only seems that way. It's possible she hasn't gotten a chance to share hers yet. I wait a few moments for Natsuki and Monica to finish talking before I walk up to Natsuki to share my poem. A few minutes go by and Monica walks off towards the front of the room, which indicates my go-ahead to show Natsuki my poem. Hey Natsuki, ready to exchange poems?
Jeez, when you ask it like that, it sounds really lame.
Well, how else am I supposed to ask it?
Whatever, can I see your poem now?
Well, why? Well, don't bring it up then. I playfully roll my eyes as I hand Natsuki my poem and she hands me hers. Ooh.
Fluffy friends. Fresh air feels nice. Fluffy clouds look nice. So new friends are nice too. Fluffy friends and fluffy new things. It feels good, this fresh air. The boy was pretty weird. He just came for snacks. But I liked this boy. He was a good friend. My first fluffy friend. The girl was pretty quiet. She just wanted to be left alone. I didn't like this girl, but she became a good friend. Another fluffy friend. The second girl was pretty loud. She just wanted to see everyone happy. I wanted to see her happy too. She became a good friend. A third fluffy friend. The final girl was pretty strange. She wants what's best for everyone. I like this girl. She became a good friend. My final fluffy friends. Fresh air feels nice. Fluffy clouds look nice. And my fluffy friends are nice too.
Indeed they are, Natsuki. Indeed they are. Nicely written. I like it. That's very nicely written.
You get a pat. Well, what do you think?
It's pretty good. Meaning was clear and I didn't get lost on any of it. Guess that's why I've always liked your poems.
Good! Like I've said before, you don't need super complicated vocabulary to have deep meanings in your poems.
Yes, I know. I agree. And hey, nice to know I'm your, fluffy friend. I brace for impact as I take shelter behind your poem.
I guess that's true. I did write it after all.
And opportunity knocks on the door. Okay, but I want to hear you say it. Taking a leaf out of Sayori's hat, I see. Oh boy. Oh boy. You were just waiting for her to say it. I can tell. You're like, go on, Natsuki. Say it.
What?
Come on. I want to hear you call me a fluffy friend.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
Yes, you are. Aw, come on. Where's the harm in saying it out loud? You already wrote it. Now you just need to say it.
Ben, I'm not going to say that. You're stupid if you think I'd ever consider saying that out loud. There's a reason I wrote it in my poem, idiot.
She completely snaps. Okay. Yield. I was only teasing you. Natsuki goes completely silent. Fluffy friend. Okay, I'm sorry. No, really, I am. I want to hear what you thought about my poem. Ah, shit. Maybe I pushed it too far this time. Oh, come on. I thought you were just having fun. Harmless fun. Natsuki? She's like, I'm not listening. Okay, seriously. It was my bad for making fun of you like that. It was a bad call. I really am sorry. Something tells me she's just gonna keep acting like that around you for a little bit. That was really rude, Ben. You sounded just like my other friends there. Did you really think it was a good idea to make fun of someone's poem like that? Come on, I was just teasing ya. I mean, I put a lot of thought into this last night. It's a little disappointing that's all you got out of it. Come on, we know it means more to you than that. We're just teasing you a little bit. Jeez, I'm stupid and I messed up. I'm sorry. Natsuki is not impressed. Alright, what's all this yelling about? I, may have cracked a pretty bad joke about Natsuki's poem. Ben, how could you do that? Making fun of someone else's poem after they've put so much love and thought into it? Shame on you. Said I was sorry. I didn't mean it, alright? Just thought it would have been funny. Still, Ben, I know we haven't done this in a while, but okay, Monica, that's enough. I don't need your help. I already yelled at Ben enough as it is. Oh, alright then. Hopefully you guys work this out between yourselves. Can't have any extra drama in the club after all. Extra? Monica walks off without another word. All the while, Natsuki continues throwing daggers. So, we good now? That really hurt. Especially after I had started to consider you one of my first true friends. Ah, jeez, Natsuki. Really am sorry. I don't know what else I can do to prove that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It just reminded me too much of what people always tease me about. Like how my writing is very childish or whatever. It's annoying when you want to share your writing with others, then they make fun of you or don't take you seriously, you know? Who's she talking about? I don't remember anybody here making fun of her writing. Other than Yuri, maybe? But even then, it was more of a heated argument rather than Yuri blatantly making fun of her writing. This feels like something a little more than that. I'm not saying you're like them. It just reminded me too much of that, and I'm just getting really tired of it. I'm sorry for lashing out at you, too. I didn't mean to lash out at you like that, or call you an idiot. I'd be satisfied if you just remembered to respect my writing a little more, if I'm being honest with you. Sure, I'll remember that. By the way, I liked your poem a lot, even though it is a bit obvious that it isn't yours. Ugh. Yeah. I'm still not the best at writing poems. Chill, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Sayori's a good writer and an even better friend. You don't need to defend anything, dummy. As for your other poems, I thought you were okay at them. Not better than me, of course. Thanks for sharing with me. I'll go show Sayori my poem now. It's nice to read yours, too. Yes, you've said this enough times. I'm not saying it again. Natsuki only grabs her poem and looks away from me. Now I really do feel terrible about what I said. So, have you made amends? I sheepishly hand my poem over to Monica. Yeah, thought it was pretty obvious that I really did get her upset. Or though it was pretty obvious. Sorry, I read that wrong. Of course you did, Ben. You made fun of her poem. That's something I never expected from you, honestly. I mean, Natsuki and I got pretty close when the club started. So I guess I thought a joke like that would have been okay to make. Oh, that's true. Ah, that's true. I forgot about that. But you never talked about that with anybody. It's mostly between us. You know me. I always know more than you think. Okay then. By the way, where's your poem? I didn't see you give one to right here. Monica swiftly hands me a poem as she takes mine. Guess she does have one after all. Probably one that she was saving just for us. Alright, What do you got for us, Monty? What do you have?
Masked man, a little girl lay in a field. She counted the stars, she counted the clouds. Day by day, she counted the stars and clouds as they flew by. But each day, a man, cloaked in black, would steal her memories away. She would start from zero. The masked man thought he would bring her great suffering, but the little girl was happy to keep counting, for that was her purpose. Hello, world.
Nice little coding reference thing. You really like that, huh? Yes, hello to you too, Monica. Hello to you too. Uh-huh. Nice. What do you think? Hopefully you don't have any distasteful jokes to say about my poem as well. No! Get it out of your head, Monica. That was a one-time thing. It's nice. I'm guessing it has something to do with not knowing stuff? Exactly. I guess it really does depend on one's circumstances, however. Despite this poem, I actually value the harsh truth over the happy lie. Huh. Really? What if that truth brings you great pain? Then I do my best to power through that pain. It's understood that the truth can set somebody free. Yeah, I have to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. At least I was able to get to the mute button this time.
And if it ever came down to it, well, I don't know what I'd do.
What do you mean?
I really don't know, actually.
I see. Monica and I stay silent for a while. What you trying to do, Monty? I can overhear Natsuki and Sayori across the room discussing their poems with each other. Hearing how passionate Sayori is about this stuff is heartwarming. It really does seem like she's getting better day by day.
Hey.
Huh? What's up?
I think it's really nice that we've gotten to talk to each other like this. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has.
Sayori's kept you so distracted. It must be tough trying to help her out all on your own.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a huge challenge. I sometimes wonder if I'm even doing the right thing.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, after everything that's happened. I'm almost certain she thinks I'm only doing this just because of what happened, rather than it being from the heart.
Oh, I understand now.
Yeah, I don't really know how to prove it to her either.
Well, I hate to break this to you now, Ben. It's possible that you'll never be able to do that. Within the context of everything that's happened, it's probably impossible to ever get rid of those thoughts. He's only here because he has to be. It's probably what she's thinking every time you're with her. Which then leads me to question, do you trust her to be left on her own?
Of course I...
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So then what am I supposed to do? Just leave her to fend for herself? I want to help her get better.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to keep in mind that maybe she doesn't want you to help her.
I look over towards the other girls who are smiling and laughing with each other. Sayori.
It's about time we wrapped up the club meeting, but hey, it was nice for us to talk with each other again. We have to do this again sometime. I really do like talking with you.
Right. Yeah, I guess it's nice for me, too.
I can't help but sound slightly dejected after this exchange, though.
There's now a sinking feeling in the back of my mind about all of this. What if I can't help Sayori? You just do what you can. Why do I feel like it's my obligation to anyway? Because she's your friend. A very good friend. Because I love her? Is that a valid enough reason to keep trying to help her? Sounds like good enough reason to me. Hey, welcome back, Cerberus. I'm probably going to wrap up after we finish this in-game day. What you been up to?
Okay, everyone. Again, this meeting was shorter than usual, but I hope everyone had fun sharing their poems and learning more about each other. Yeah, it was great! Though not being able to read Yuri's poem was very noticeable.
I figured as much, Cerberus. I know you by now. I figured that's what you went to go do. It's kind of becoming your thing.
The club doesn't feel complete without her. Yeah, I have to agree with her there.
They added background dynamics. Oh, nice. Wait, they're remaking One Piece? Well then. That should be fast. That should be interesting. The One Piece!
Which reminds me, Monica, why did you lie about Yuri being bored with the club?
Ah boy, here we go. The mood in the room suddenly shifts and Natsuki is staring up at a seemingly calm Monica. Yeah, I think I heard about that from the Critical Drinker, if that's the one you're talking about. He actually seems to really like it. Though it becomes pretty clear that a question like that completely threw her off her train of thought.
Why would I lie? I wouldn't have any reason to lie about any of that. Well then how come she never told us that she left for the reasons you told us yesterday? Did it not occur to you that Yuri is our friend, and that we would eventually ask for her side of the story? She specifically asked me to mention not to bother her. Clearly she didn't mind us hanging out with her during lunchtime. Did you ever stop and think maybe that's what Yuri needed? Did you ever take the time to think that, hey, this girl is leaving a club she clearly loves so much, maybe I should be there for her? All you really had to do was be there for her, Monica, not send her away from the club. You can say whatever you want, but I know Yuri. And you saying that she's bored with the club is just insulting to her.
A tense standoff. Her expression quickly changes to one of disappointment, almost as if she expected something to happen. Oh, that's what they're doing. Ugh. They're like remaking it completely. Very fascinating to think about.
I'll take care of it. Take care of what? What do you mean? I'll have a talk with Yuri. This is between me and her now. Wait, you can't just...
Monica quickly gathers her things and leaves the club room.
Jeez, so much for finding out why she lied. I don't even believe she's gonna talk to Yuri at all. Maybe she will. I know Monica too, and she never says things if she isn't going to do them. Though, her lying about why Yuri left the club definitely isn't like her.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you'll have to show me in the VC, Cerberus, because I'm kind of curious what they added. So you guys have noticed it too, right? That Monica hasn't really been acting herself lately?
Yeah. I don't think I ever told you, Ben. Monica and I used to be quite close. Till one day, she just pushed me away. Yeah, we still talk every once in a while, but it's mostly for club-related things. We haven't talked in a long time, and I still wonder why.
You'll know when.
Monica and I aren't exactly close. When I joined the club, she seemed friendly enough. But yeah, just like you mentioned, Sayori.
Yep. You have yourself a good night, Zach.
There came a point in which she suddenly stopped acting like herself.
Was there anything that struck you guys as odd? Or, I mean, when was the first time you noticed it?
Yeah, it was when she started messing around with my manga. You know, in the closet. Before, she always talked about things like respecting one's interests and all that jazz. That wasn't a big deal or anything, right? But the week you and Suri were gone is when things started to get weird. Like, real weird.
Natsuki's eyes widened for emphasis.
Emphasis! She first started acting super distant and shy, almost like how Yuri would act. It was so bizarre. To make matters worse, whenever we confronted her about something, either that relating to her or how she's feeling, she would completely blow us off. That was when Yuri decided to hang out with me a bit more as well. It's almost like the entire club started to change while you guys were gone.
Yeah, I wonder why.
For me, it was when I was back in the hospital. She always knew what to say, but she seemed so different from the Monica I knew. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound selfish. I hope it didn't sound weird or anything. But I hope you guys understand what I mean. I don't really feel like talking about this anymore.
Of course we do. That comma's not necessary. We understand completely. The point is, we've all realized that Monica hasn't really been acting herself lately. It's possible that things have been extremely stressful for her as well. We know how stressful school can be, and Monica's a perfectionist, isn't she? She can be when she wants to be. Right. Having so many things happen in such a short amount of time is probably overwhelming her.
Yeah, good point. She's a super perfectionist. She goes out of her way to make sure everything is right, no matter the cost. If something isn't going her way, she tends to be very hard on herself. It's hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah, I can relate to that feeling. Me too, my guy. Me too. Alright, I understand then.
I'll hang out with her this weekend then. I did mention how her and I should talk more after all. I'll take her to the best ice cream parlor in town. I'm sure she'll appreciate having a nice break from everything.
That's nice of you, Natsuki. I thought you were still super upset with her or something.
Oh, I am. I just don't think it's fair to leave her in the dirt, either. Especially after considering that she's probably super stressed out. You're such a good friend, Natsuki. I guess I just want to give Monica some space. Maybe that's what she needs. Yeah, I see your point there. But I feel like we should take a bit more of a direct approach. I just don't think it's cool to leave friends behind.
You know what they say, A good soldier never leaves a man behind.
You should come with us too. It seems like you really want to.
You know, Sayori. Always wanting more food.
Well, I feel like I want to, but no, it's okay. I shouldn't have said anything, honestly. Just remember to get her vanilla ice cream, okay? It's her favorite.
I thought it was mint. Mint chocolate chip.
Sayori? I'm okay. Ben, I feel like walking home by myself today. Is that okay with you?
Natsuki looks at me intensely, almost as if she was yelling at me to not let her leave this room by herself. At the same time, Monika's words are ringing in the back of my mind. Uh-oh. Do you trust her to be left on her own? He wants to prove her wrong. Do I?
You don't have to answer that, actually. I'll be leaving now.
I reach out and attempts to grab her shoulder, but miss her by a short distance. Wait, I'll go with you. Let me just grab my things. She doesn't stop walking. As I quickly scramble to gather my things, she's already out the door. You missed your chance, dude. He hesitated.
Idiot. I don't know what happened. Nah, I'm telling that to myself. I should have read the room. Don't stand here talking to me like a dummy. Go after her!
Natsuki pushes me out of the club room and closes the door behind me. Sarai's already quite far down the hallway, but still here, so that's good. She turns around quickly, only to turn back and face forward. The look on her face was frightening, but only because I know that look all too well. It's the same face she made at the hospital. That bittersweet look that haunts me to my core. I quickly start down the hallway and hope to catch up to her without running after her. Sayori! Wait up for me! We live on the same streets, silly! Wait up! She doesn't stop and disappears off to the right at the end of the hallway. To make matters worse, it sounds like a storm is nearby. Wonderful timing. I quickly turn down the hallway and hope to catch Sarah before the rain starts. Sayori? Sayori stops and turns around.
I thought I told you to let me walk home alone.
Yeah, but come on. There's no way I'd let you walk through this rain by yourself.
Why not?
Why, to let you walk through this stormy weather on your own? That's depressing.
Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it?
Okay, Sarah, you know I didn't mean it like that. I just don't want you to be alone right now.
You still haven't given me a good reason as to why.
Do I need one? I'm your friend. I just don't want to see you like this.
Well, I hate to break this news to you, Ben.
Siri opens up her arms and points to herself.
This is me. If you don't want to see me like this, then you should let me walk home by myself.
You know, I'm not gonna let you do that.
And why not? You don't trust me, do you, Ben? You think I'm hopeless, don't you? It doesn't matter anymore. I already know the answer. I'm the reason Monica's so stressed. I'm the reason why Yuri's feeling so upset. Because I...
She loudly sobs uncontrollably.
I'm supposed to be there and support my friends. Instead,
She lets out a loud cry.
I'm so selfish. I'm so selfish.
Sayori, it's more important to be able to take care of yourself first before you can take care of others.
It's my fault. The club isn't the same because of me. It's all my fault. You're getting stressed because I...
Sayori! Placed my hands on her shoulders and stared directly into her eyes. Stop. Just stop. You keep telling yourself all these things, you'll end up believing them. Is it hard for you to believe that I'm here because I care about...
Yes. Yes, it is.
I slowly let go of Sayori. The makeup on Sayori's neck begins to wash away, revealing her bruise.
I don't expect you to understand me, Ben. Nobody does.
But I want to try.
I don't want you to. Wouldn't life be much easier for you?
Sure, but where's the fun in that?
If you just stopped worrying about me?
True as that may be, I'm taking this route because I care about you. Because you're my friend. No, it's not like that. I promised myself that I would always stick by your side. Through thick and thin, because that's what best friends do.
And how do I know you're not just doing this because of what happened?
Don't try to answer that.
I think I already know the answer.
She looks down at the floor and doesn't look back up. Sayori. No response. By now she appears completely unresponsive, almost in a state of catatonia. Can I walk you home? Still nothing. And the rain doesn't seem to show any signs of stopping either. I slowly walk closer to her, attempting to wrap my arms around her, but she only backs away.
Ben.
It's hard to hear her soft voice over the loud sounds of the pouring rain.
Just let me walk home by myself. Please. It's what I want.
Well, we sort of live on the same street and all, so I have to head down the same road anyway. I nervously scratch my head and look down at my feet. If you really insist on walking home by yourself, I can at least give you a head start.
What do you mean?
A head start. I'll give you 10 seconds to walk ahead of me, then I'll be right behind you after that. Is that okay at least? Sari wipes her tears away and sniffles.
Yeah, I guess that's okay. Thanks, Ben.
I only nod in response. Seemingly without hesitation, she turns around, adjusts her bag, and heads down the street towards our neighborhood. As promised, I wait the 10 seconds I said I'd give her, which ends up being the most excruciating 10 seconds of my entire life. Watching her slowly walk away by herself worries me to my core. It just begins to hammer in the idea that maybe I'm only worried about her because of what happened. But how can I not be? I don't want anything bad to happen to her. And that's 10 seconds. I start down the road. Sari's still within speaking distance from me, but I decide that our conversation is pretty much over now. I should really let her have this. Any more pestering would probably do more harm than good. Yuri's words ring back to me. I think you should believe in her a little bit. It's the best you can do for her right now. And how can I? How can I be there for Sayori and still trust her enough that she won't hurt herself like before? What am I supposed to do? Sayori now walks over towards the left side of our neighborhood, towards her house. I let out a heavy sigh and walked towards my own. Trust. I have to trust that she'll be okay. Because that's what she wants. I walk into my house and throw my soaked bag on the floor, not really caring too much about any of my papers or books. I'm sure they'll be fine anyway. I make my way up to the restroom to shower and get ready to work on some homework assignments. Nothing like a nice warm shower after a long day of school. I sit at my desk and pull out some papers from my desk. They're past due assignments that I really have to get started on. Almost 2 days late now, and that's pretty unacceptable on most teachers' standards. Yeah, it just depends on the teacher. I have no idea what I'm doing. These are all English class assignments. In other words, things that Sarah usually helps me out with. Guess I've been putting them off. I don't really want to bother her with these things either. Who do I know from the literature club that can help me with my English homework? Duh. I pull out my phone from my pocket and search for Yuri in my contacts.
Hello?
Hey Yuri, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. You?
Well, as great as I can be during a rainstorm. It's really pouring out there, isn't it?
Ah, indeed. I adore this weather.
Well, Yuri, you're not the only one. I know another somebody who likes rain for a particular reason. Why do I keep bringing up the weather with her? It's a nice conversation starter. Listen. I need some help with this English assignment. Something about Shakespeare's Hamlet. I know nothing about it. Again, I think I know somebody who would know quite a bit about that.
Ah, yes, Shakespeare. He made wonderful works of literature. To think to thine one self, to thine own self, be true.
What? She's quoting Shakespeare. Come on, boy, get with the program.
Sorry. What is it you needed help with exactly? A summary?
I noticed that Yuri is a lot more confident over the phone. Her sentences are clear and concise and doesn't seem to stutter at all. Just a summary of events, really. And then it says I have to analyze Hamlet's character.
I see. Alright then. I'll start from the beginning. I'll keep it simple for you.
Yuri begins to explain the entirety of Hamlet over the phone, but she does it in such a way that I'm able to fill out each question on my assignment without any trouble. Several minutes later. Let's take a break for now. My hand is killing me.
Ooh, I apologize. I know it's a lot to take down all at once.
Yeah, you really seem to know a lot about Hamlet, though. It's impressive. Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's nothing really. It's not even my favorite story of his. The Tempest is a wonderful fantasy tale, but I'm not sure you'll be familiar with that.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I'm sorry. I guess I just assumed.
Kidding, you're absolutely right. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, well, I'm a huge fan of Romeo and Juliet. It's such a beautiful tragedy.
Yeah, I remember when I had my English class. That was one of the Shakespeare plays we read. Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that one at least. I think most people are.
Speaking of tales of love, how are you and Sayori doing? I know I asked you this earlier today, but
it's alright. It's, jeez, I don't even know at the moment. It's not like we had a fight or anything, but it doesn't feel like I can just hit her up whenever I want to either. I don't really know if it's okay to talk about this sort of thing.
I apologize for getting into your business. I shouldn't have asked.
No, it's okay, really. I just, guess I could use a little bit of lady advice, you know?
Oh, it's a little embarrassing to talk about over the...
Oh, jeez, not that, Yuri. Come on.
Oh. We both let an awkward silence take over the phone call for a moment. Look, I'm having some trouble trying to trust Sayori. Like, I guess I feel the need to always be there for her, no matter what. Oh, I understand now. Do you feel like you need to make up for lost time? Since you two were childhood friends? I mean, that's part of it. But I don't like the idea that it's the entire reason why I'm spending time with her. And I guess factoring in what happened a few weeks ago, yeah, she's pretty much convinced that I'm only spending time with her because of that. Well, be honest with yourself, Ben. Are you? No. Well, how am I supposed to know the answer to that? Search deep within yourself, boy. Ben, you know I'm probably the wrong person to ask this type of thing, right? Huh? Why is that? Well, you know I'm not very good with people, so you should take my advice with a grain of salt. But I can tell you what I think and what I do personally. That works. So, actions speak louder than words. If you keep trying so hard and going out of your way to act like some sort of protector, she's only going to feel more burdened by it all. I'm not saying to stop what you're doing, of course. Ooh. It's just for me, personally, what you're doing only seems to further cement her mentality that you're doing this because of what happened. In other words, don't treat her like someone who needs help or anything like that. You don't want Suri to keep thinking that you're only helping her for the sake of it. But isn't that super confusing? Why wouldn't I go out of my way to help the girl I care about? That's what makes the situation so difficult. And I wouldn't really know how to help with that exactly.
Man, all this really does suck, you know?
I understand, Ben. I will say this, however. You're a wonderful friend, and Sayori is lucky to have you in her life.
You really think so?
I know so.
Excuse me.
I know it's hard to see her suffering, though, Ben. It's probably extremely burdensome. But I do know that if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll end up exhausting yourself. Of course, that's just my personal opinion on the matter. Like I said earlier, I'm not very good with this type of stuff.
Well, could I ask for your opinion on another thing then?
Sure. What is it?
Well, you already know that Sayori takes antidepressants, yeah? Do you think they help? Yuri stays quiet for a while, probably thinking about the right thing to say.
I believe they do, but they don't always help.
Really?
I don't know. I've never taken any myself. There are cases where they work, and some where they don't help at all.
Yeah, it's complicated.
But I do know that they're pretty well regarded in mental health talks.
What's the point of prescribing something that only has a chance of working? Because it's better than not doing anything? Because it's a chance worth taking? Like, you'll never know if you never even try, my boy. Come on.
I don't think I can answer that. I don't want to assume.
Right. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. It's not right of me.
No, it's okay. I'm glad you asked me. I'm just not the best person to talk to with stuff like this.
Right. It's okay, though. I really appreciate you hearing me out. That wasn't really how I thought this phone call would turn out.
Me neither, but I'm glad we had this talk either way.
How about you? How are you doing?
Monica talked to me earlier today.
Oh, she did? What about?
She asked me to return to the club, but it didn't seem sincere at all.
Huh, I see. You know, Sarah and Natsuki both mentioned how she's been acting a little strange recently.
Now that you mention it, you're right. She has changed a bit since she and I first met. She seems more irritable and less approachable. She's pretty much the opposite of the Monica I met when the club first started. Yeah, I've noticed the bags under her eyes. She seems very tired, and
irritability definitely comes with loss of sleep. So it's official then. We've all noticed it. Natsuki mentioned that she's going to be hanging out with her this weekend, which we all figured is what she needs.
Ah, that's good. Good on Natsuki's part as well. She doesn't usually make the effort to hang out with others.
I see.
Oh, that should be a long enough break now, We should get back to that assignment.
Oh yeah, let's get back to it. Sometime later. Yuri helps me finish up the last part of my assignment and we both call it a night. I stretch in my chair before getting up and heading over towards my bed. As I slide into the bed sheets, I get a glimpse of Sarah's house outside my bedroom window. Should I call her, or should I just leave her be? No, Yuri's right. I should trust and believe in her a little more. I'm sure Sarah would appreciate that. Right? I don't know, man. You're asking the wrong person. And I think, with that, that is where we are going to leave things for tonight. As it is about 3 in the morning, a few minutes to. Oh, hold on a minute. Monica wants to talk to me again.
You can't help her, Ben. You can't help her, Ben. You can't help her, Ben. You can't help me, Ben.
There comes a time in everyone's life when one must ask themselves, how far would you go for the ones you love? What sacrifices will you make? Would you die for the ones you love? Or would you still put your life above their own when that moment actually comes? No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. All of it. It would be really, really easy to know. That would mean I don't really get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? Because that's not your role in this story, Monica. That is where we will leave things for next time. Whew! Monica doing Monica things, that's what's going on. Ugh. Monica being the fourth wall awareness demon. Because the other three never gave him a reason to? Yeah, exactly. And like I said, that is not your role in this story, Monica. She's trying to break free. Wonder when she'll realize this is a mod. But yeah. I think Act 2, I would say, has been better than Act 1 so far. Because now, like, we're really, seeing the aftermath of... excuse me. Now we're really seeing the aftermath of what effect it's had on everyone else. Sary's course of action. Because, yeah, I mean, that changes you, man. It really changes you. And I'm really curious to see where things go from here. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot to really say. I'm just letting everything soak in. So yeah, I think I'm just going to call it a night and head off to bed. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. So until then, take care.